Okay, boys and girls, we are live. We're live with Charley Pickles, and playing offense at the back is Patrick. And right, first of all, everybody say hi to Charley. Who have we got in the house already? We got Ryan G, Tom's Food Factory. Mr. Cast Irons has joined us.
Mike.
Stephen and Jacqueline have joined us. So we got Mike,
Stephen.
Ryan, Tom, Stephen, and Jacqueline. Great. I think Stephen should have his spanner.
He's got the wrench.
Has he got the wrench?
He's not comfortable. He's not comfortable without that wrench, let me tell you.
Mark and Rose is also in the house. Nice to see you, Mark and Rosa. How are we doing? That's it. Blimey, we're doing all right so far, aren't we? For numbers. Right, before we get started with the questions, let's just show you Charley's channel is linked in the comments below the video. So it's the first link you come to underneath this live video. And there's a little reminder scrolling to tell you to go and give him some love. Check out his excellent channel. And leave him a like, subscribe, comments. All the good stuff.
Chef John has joined us.
Chef John and Rebecca, hi. Hi there, guys. Thanks for joining us. Long time friends of mine, they are. Very good friends of mine.
Karen in the kitchen.
Karen's with us. Hi, Karen. Thanks for joining us. And everyone say hi to our friend, Charley Pickles. Very interesting chap is Charley Pickles.
Shall I do it or shall I not?
Go on, man.
Do it.
People.
Hey, that's good. I'm jealous.
The time without that.
Daddy Dutch is in, and so's Long's Quest.
Skip, how you going?
Thank you for joining us, guys. Nice to see you. Right, let me get some questions up here because we need to start firing. I should know them all by heart by now, but we do keep changing
Lady
them.
Helen's in. Hi, Helen.
Lady Helen. Hi, Helen. How you doing? Well, I didn't see Lady. Oh, there she is. Yeah.
Yeah, she just came in now.
Yeah. Cool, it's scrolling up fast, isn't it? It's good. Right. Charley, question for you, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Why YouTube? What made you decide to become a YouTuber?
Why YouTube? So for the longest time, I mean, I started out on YouTube when before.
Oh no, Patrick, you all right?
Before they were actually.
I can't hear you. He's got his earphones on.
You're right. Charlie's talking.
All right.
All right. Cheers, mate.
So before they were actually, before they actually released to the public in theory, I've been on YouTube. So it was like, what, 2006, 2005, somewhere around there. I can't even remember. But I watched videos and never commented, never gave a thumbs up. And then it was somewhere around about 3 years ago. Actually, almost exactly 3 years ago at this point, I decided, like, hey, I'm actually going to get involved in this stuff. And I love cooking and everything else. So I'm 100% down with it. And I'm going to go ahead and put something out there. And the funny thing is, like, it's hard to go from 0 to 1. And then I'll tell you, there are other challenges along the way. But the 0 to 1 breaks a boundary between you being a consumer versus a producer.
Quite. Yeah, it does. It's rather profound. Never thought of it that way, but it's very true. Yeah, I think rather similar. I started at 2006. Oh yeah, by the way, that's what I meant to say is don't get worried when you go on Social Blade and see your prediction curve looking pretty flat and disappointing, because it goes from your date when you came first to YouTube. So mine goes from 2006 and it's a really slow climbing curve. It says I won't have 15,000 until 5 years time. Well, that's not the way it works.
Oh.
Earthquake in Australia. No, I'm not horribly concerned.
I just knocked me microphone over. Hi, Jeanette.
Jeanette's with us, and so's Eric. Hi, Eric. Thanks for joining us, young fella. Yeah. Your prediction curve is wrong because it goes all the way back to before you were actually a YouTuber. It goes back to when you joined YouTube,
right?
And it looks where you are now, and it predicts according to that. So it's predicting on the basis that it's taken you like 15, 20 years to get to 1,000, if you know what I mean, or in my case, 9,000.
Yeah,
so
I'm not horribly concerned. Most of the time, it'll look flat and disappointing anyhow.
Gordo's in the house. We're going to have some jokes in the comments. That's good. We like that. So what channels are your main source of inspiration then? I know you're pretty much in the barbecue camp, aren't you? And barbecue and smoking.
Yeah. I mean, like all the barbecue channels. And the thing about the whole, like, once I did start producing and getting involved, it is like some people refer to as a community or a family, whichever one you want to prefer. It is, you will meet some of like the nicest people you've ever met.
Yeah.
So I do my best to actually watch everyone's channel, and I'll tell you, it gets challenging after a while, for sure. One pro tip is I do speed up some people's videos. I'd speed up my own if I was me, if I was you.
Yeah, I go to 1.5 or 2 sometimes, but you won't. Right. As it marches on, I don't get a chance to watch all mine. I just have to. I give them the full view by having them open in a tab and running it, and then what I'll do is I'll skip watch it to get the gist of it. And if it really catches my attention, I'll just have to sit and watch it. But otherwise, you just will not patently have enough time to do it. As you get more.
It is very, very challenging. But so, I mean, those are the people I watch, the people I know, and the people I want to support in the community.
Yeah.
And, you know, I get inspiration from them sometimes for cooks, definitely. And then also for just, I don't know, friendship and general community.
But they are a great crowd, isn't it? I mean, I know very little about barbecue. I find what you're very technical. The barbecue people are very technical, i.e. you'll know how to get. Let's just say I can barbecue, but I can't nuance like you guys can. If you know what I mean.
I mean, it's something I've been doing since like I've been cooking and grilling. So I've been cooking my entire life. I grilled for the first part of my life, and then barbecued for, I don't know, been barbecuing proper for probably about 20, 25 years.
Wow.
I mean, I've got a grill that's like my Weber Smoky Mountain is 17 years old. I had to figure out how old it was by looking up that there's a stamp on each Weber. I'll tell you exactly how old it is. And
he's got like a serial number, like a gun. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can look up how old it is, and I bought it brand new. And I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. It's 17 years.
Right. Okay. But, do you hunt as well? Do you hunt for meat, or do you just buy it and cook it?
Nah, I've never hunted. I have a BB gun. I've shot some targets with that thing. It's pretty powerful.
That's about all we can have in the United Kingdom, mate. Is BB guns.
That's pretty much it. Now I love fishing, but hunting, as much as I'm attracted to it, there's a mental block. Like if it was actually to do it, like pulling the trigger on killing anything bigger than
a sentient being. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Yeah.
Although I did kill a chicken once.
What?
Did you say grill or kill?
Was it intentional or accident?
Killed and
killed and grilled.
Killed and cooked.
So we'll skip past the how would you describe your channel, because you really are mainly a barbecue, grilling, smoking, aren't you? But let's ask you. Let me ask you properly. How would you describe your channel, Charlie?
A train wreck, or I've heard a train wreck, a mess. You name it. I mean, as much as I name it barbecue, it's barbecue, grilling, cooking. So
hi, Brenda.
And then the random lives that I've been doing for quite a long time. And that's an absolute disaster and a train wreck.
You've done a lot of diverse stuff, though. You're not just barbecuing, of course. Done quite a few interesting things.
True. So I mean, like I say, I've been cooking my entire life. So I like being indoors, outdoors, like wherever there's heat, wherever there's a heat source, I'll cook. So it doesn't matter to me whether that's so I have some cooks on my Instant Pot, have some stuff I do on the stove, plenty of stuff I do outside. So wherever, I don't much care. Wherever you are, I've done everything as simple as a ramen, how to amp up your ramen. That's fine with me too.
We got Grill Sergeant in.
Hey, Grill Sergeant.
Hey, what's going on, Andrew?
That's a good name, that is, Grill Sergeant. I was a drill sergeant in the army for a while, but
that's Andrew. He just hit 9,000 subscribers.
Oh, well done, mate. Well done.
He's rocketed up real quick.
Yeah.
Some great cooks too.
It's a good name though, isn't it? As well, it's really good. Mind you, Charlie Pickles. Pickles Barbecue is a good name, because people are going to go, "Why Pickles?" That's a question I'm going to ask you now. Why Pickles?
It does confuse the heck out of people, and I don't. It cracks me up, because people people who know me. And most of the people in the barbecue community, unfortunately, know me. They either call me Charlie or Pickles or Charlie Pickles. Aside from other random names, but
have you got dill growing in your yard?
I do, unfortunately, and I'm not a ginormous fan of dill. Oddly enough. So even if I make pickles, I won't throw dill in there. Dill, my favorite use for it is on salmon.
I like salmon and dill. It's nice, but you can
works really well, just spare it
in the barbecue. Over hot coals, loads of dill, and put the salmon on top of that, and steam the salmon on.
Yeah. No, I mean, unfortunately, dill grows like a weed. So
crazy.
And I've got dill, I've got mint that are trying to overtake the entire garden. Yeah,
mint's evil as well. It tries to take your garden over.
It is, it is miserable.
It's nearly as bad as Japanese knotweed. Blimey, that stuff. That's edible as well. People don't know it. It grows over here. It's in the Dee Valley, beautiful Dee Valley, and you got all this Japanese knotweed up there. Tell people it's edible and it's good. Might get them to eat it. Eat the problem. Sister J's in the house. Thanks for joining us, Sister J. Thank you.
Whoa, mama. There's 20 some odd people watching.
Which is your favourite of the videos you've made so far, then, Charlie?
None of them.
He's his own best critic.
There's favorite videos. There are favorite videos I've done, and the favorite ones I've done involve the kids behind the scene. them helping out. But I mean, as far as like favorite videos, I don't go back and watch my videos. Like as soon as I'm done editing, I'm just done. I'm like, I will never watch it again.
I'm the same. Knocking the bloody microphone over. It's in a precarious position at the moment. Gotta fix it.
It actually looks terrible when it happens. It looks like a scene from Titanic or something, you know.
Well,
Go
it's even
over.
worse.
Some sort of Quake movie where it's like earthquakes in Australia.
I'm sobering. I'm still sobering up.
Yeah. High drama. You saw it here first, folks.
Exactly. I mean, there is action happening here. This is action packed tonight.
Not the sort of action you want.
So which of your videos did you have the most fun filming? Then did you? Was there any?
There's a couple that I've done with the kids, and I can't remember which ones they are. But I did credit my little Scorsese at one point, and they don't like getting involved much, and they don't watch my videos. When I asked them, "Hey man, do you watch my videos?" They're like, "No." But we watched Binging with Babish, and I was like, great. And then I found out who Binging with Babish is, and I'm like, holy crud, man. Dude's got, at the time, he had like 2 million subscribers. Like now he's like 8 million or something.
Oh, yeah, he's up there with the gods, isn't he, at the moment? He's done very well, but more power to him as well. Which of your videos was the hardest to film? Or the most difficult? Yeah, all of them.
Every single one of them. Have you seen my outtakes? And that is a minor fraction of the outtakes I actually have in my videos. There's a couple. Can't remember which video it was where one of my dogs jumped the fence, and then I've got there's neighbors next door. There's a Ukrainian family next door that has I think they have 8, 9. I don't even know how many kids they have, but they'll be out in the backyard playing and everything else, screaming their heads off, and I'm just like out there trying to film, setting up the like. I have a tripod, my phone, and that's basically it. Trying to get that whole thing sorted out, but and then any video where there's wind. So actually completely destroyed. Yeah. It makes it hard to cook, and then doubly hard if you're trying to film because it completely blows out the sound on your microphone.
Yeah, you need some furry stuff for that.
Yeah, the dead cat thing.
Yeah, I've got that one. That's the Rode one, which is Australian actually. Rode do some rather good stuff. So it's on a kind of lyre mount, and it's got a dead cat sock on it.
Yeah,
that's quite a handy little one.
It looks good, but I'm still balling on a budget. Like I'm just basically like I got my phone, and I actually do have a really cheap lavalier.
Yeah, that's what I got, a lavalier, which I use most. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one of those, but mine costs like $30, I think.
Yeah, with these little dead cats on them.
Yeah, and then I've got lights, which I almost never use because they're a pain in the ass to take out.
Oh, I don't use mine now. I've got a camera top mounted that I use most of the time now. It takes batteries and just cheap and cheerful. Yeah, it does the job better than anything else I've got.
Yeah, your world's ahead of me. I don't know what to tell you. I think I'm going to be like lo-fi forever.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's
more. I don't know. I can't be bothered, and it's even as it is, like it is a pain in the neck.
It's more the content that matters. Seriously, it's the content. If you know what you're doing and you're confident about, and you can produce recipes that people can follow.
I do.
It's not important. Then you'll grow organically anyway.
I do, but I will tell you, like half the time when I'm out, if I'm just making by myself, it's like it takes about a third the time, And also when I'm bringing out the camera and everything else, like there are times when I just lose my mind. Like I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Completely like forget. I'm like, what is this called? Oh, it's flour. Completely forget everything I ever knew.
Sorry.
I've got an old question as well. After that,
that's
one,
from Dutchy. Yeah. All right. Let's
one from
chuck a
Gordo.
question. Gordo, how far back?
Fair way back. Do you do any smoking of food, Charlie? My father-in-law smokes his own bacon, fish, and cheese.
Oh, so yeah. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to, especially now with the winter. I've smoked a lot of fish. I have not smoked cheese yet. I've been wanting to do that for a very long time. So with the winter and the colder temperatures, it's a lot easier to start like cold smoking some fish and some cheese. So I do love doing that. And then also when I shut down a grill, a lot of like almost all the time, I'll throw something on top of there. So I'll do like spices. So it was like if I'm running hickory, something like that, I'll throw in some salt, and I'll just throw in a pan of salt and then have a hickory smoked salt. Got something a little bit more mild, like a pecan, paprika. Just throw on like straight paprika and then have it like a good pecan smoked paprika. Or I'll throw on some jalapenos or other peppers and smoke those. So yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Love doing that stuff.
Yeah. How do you find these pellet smokers? Are you working with pellet smokers? I think I heard you say you were.
It's unusual.
Yeah.
My experience has been less than ideal. I mean, it's one of those things where it makes me want to kind of go back to just smoking on plain old wood and charcoal.
Yeah. I mean, I could see from a technical point of view, the feed system's going to be a problem, isn't it? Because it's going to keep getting jammed up with bits of wood. Yeah.
There are some that, and even the brand I have, there are some people who have like, you set it, you forget it, which I'm kind of not really into, to be honest with you. Occasionally that's fine, but I also like messing around with stuff too. So I like messing around and like, what temp are we at now? I mean, if it was running like solid straight temp all the way through, if I was busy doing other stuff, sure, 100%. But if I'm not, and I want to mess around with it, I want to like, all right, now what do we need? Now what's going on? How you doing, baby? Yeah, this one, it works, and I'm lucky that I have thermometers, external thermometers, whatever else that I can temp it at, because it runs extremely, extremely hot.
Yeah.
Seriously, like crazy town, which is cool.
But I just realised I could post questions myself, can't I? Can I?
You can do whatever you like.
It's your show.
You're the dungeon master.
There's one for you, Charlie.
It's your show. Nah, the most views. If you take a look at my channel, you will see, because I put the popular section in there.
I think I just saw that one, the one with all those views. What was it? A potato dish or something?
No. And it has nothing to do with barbecue at all. Yeah. So take a look at my channel. I have uploads, and then I've got popular. And so if you don't know, you can actually organize your YouTube homepage into be, different sections. But my most popular one, which isn't that ginormous, I think it's like 16, maybe 15K, 16K. My Cajun boiled peanuts. In a crock pot. Out of all things.
That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah.
I was skipping through your videos earlier, and I saw that one, the Cajun boiled peanuts. Yeah, I thought that's kind of because that's kind of freaky for us Brits to see peanuts boiled. You know, it's just
it's I mean, it's popular in a lot of cultures. It's popular.
Yeah.
Filipino culture.
Yes.
African culture as well.
Thai do it as well. I think.
Yeah, Thai as well. And then
Chinese,
like southern US, big time.
We've got
In
Carol
fact,
joining. Sorry, Pete. We've got Carol joining us, and Craig from
Hi,
Behind
Carol.
the Garage Barbecue. Hey, Craig.
Behind the garage here, he said hi.
Yeah, that's Craig. Yep.
Yeah, John's right. I mean, boiled peanuts you find like at most gas stations in the South. I mean, I love them. I think like they're so good.
Yeah,
like they're salty. They're I like doing mine till they're almost mushy, but not quite. They're good, and they're crazy too.
Yeah, well, 16,000 views isn't bad. I mean,
well,
I think
it ain't it ain't binging with Babish style.
no. Well, one day, Tom.
So, how do you formulate your recipes, Charlie? Yeah,
I just make stuff up. Like,
that genius thing.
I've been cooking for long enough that I know how to make things up. You know, it's like my next video coming out is a ham video because, you know, 'tis the season and all that junk. But I was like, all right, I didn't even here's a preview. I didn't even I threw no rub on it because I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep it simple and just focus on the glaze. And then I was like, all right, what do I want to do for glaze? And I just thought for a second or two. And I was like, all right, I'm going to do this. And just kind of threw it together, and it turned out awesome. And I mean, it's dead simple. There's nothing to it. Like if I'm looking up a recipe, if there's something I'm doing that I don't necessarily know or know like really well, which a lot of times I will do stuff like that as well. Sometimes in videos, sometimes not. I'll look at about 3-4 different recipes, figure out what the gist of it is, and then just kind of go from there and customize it at will.
Eric got him an A+ in his term exam. Well done, young man.
Good job, Bob.
Yeah, that's a good job. Yeah. How old were you when you started cooking, Charlie?
I have no idea. Maybe 5 or something like that. I mean, I used to sit around with my mom all the time. I followed her to the grocery store.
Eric here, he's 6, and he's got his own channel.
Well, they didn't have channels when I was 5.
I know, it's just not fair, is it? You got everything.
No, it's not fair. I would have been, I've been world famous and all that stuff.
That's very true.
Instead, I'm a little bit older than that now. I'm like 25 or so. I started out when I was 5, and like somewhere around that range, 4 or 5. I started like hanging out with my mom, hanging in the kitchen and everything else. And then I used to follow her down to the grocery store every single time, and just like I'd scout the aisles. I'd look at every single, and I still do this to this day. I'd look at every single thing as I go through the grocery store, and I'm like, ooh, that's new. Ooh, that's new. Sometimes if I'm a massive rush, I don't, but otherwise I check out like, what's interesting? What haven't I tried? I always love like the weird meat section. Like, what do you got? And then I'd make my mom get it. Yeah, I've been cooking my entire life. And my first, you guys probably don't have like scholastic book fairs or anything like that. But we had book fairs at school. And the very first book I bought from a book fair was a cooking book for kids.
Oh, brilliant.
I think I made, they had the simplest junk of all time. I think I made ambrosia, which which is like
you got the passion at a really young age. You were there at 5 years old, and you realized that it was for you.
Ever since I've loved food, and always wide palate, love all sorts of foods.
Do you formulate your own rubs and stuff, or do you always buy them in?
Yeah, no, I think it's important. So there's a couple of things. How to put this? Let's go with barbecue for now. But I think there's a couple of things that are important when learning barbecue. Learn how to do your own basic rub.
Yeah.
Learn how to modify it. Add other things that you think be interesting. Try it out.
Yeah.
Same thing with sauces. So barbecue sauce, whatever else. I think the same is true of cooking in general. Learn. I'm trying to think the last time I actually, I know the time I did. But I almost never follow a recipe to the T.
No, I don't. Yeah.
It's get the general idea, get the gist of what's going on, what's happening, and then you kind of go from there.
Yeah.
So it should be that. What was the question?
Do you formulate your own
Yeah,
and stuff and sauces? Yeah,
I do.
So good.
Yeah, no, I formulate. And then also corollary to that is I think it's important to, if you're really interested in stuff, start learning the science of cooking and barbecue and grilling. Start learning how things actually work.
Question for you from Brenda,
who have in our day and even previous to our day, I guess, talk about the science of cooking, why this works, why this doesn't work. How does this affect the taste of anything? How does this, so I think that's incredibly important as well. And then come up with your own style.
Yeah. I try to explain that as much as I can on my own, but Laura's in the house.
You ever boil your ham before you're glazing? I do not. I would either bake the ham or I would smoke/grill the ham. But boiling, not so much.
I've got one in which I do, Bren, a parboil it to get the skin off, basically, and then I glaze it and then bake it in the oven. So that I did that 2 Christmases ago. I'll get you a link for it if you like, Bren. If you hit me up later, I'll show it you.
I'll tell you, related, maybe not related. One of the things I do pressure cook beef and a lot of other things, but one of the things that would be kind of in that vein would be pressure cooking beef tongue to get the skin off. And then I grill it up.
Yeah, tongue. I love tongue. I really do love beef.
I do too.
It's my favorite. It's a bit of a favorite of mine. I tell you who else do tongue. Iranians. They like tongue. They love it. Cold, cooked and pressed. In Britain, we can buy it cut and pressed like ham in slices on the deli counter. Also pork tongue. But the pork tongue's lovely, but the beef tongue is a bit special. It's real good. It's like fabulous, isn't it? I mean, I love the taste of it.
Fantastic. Yeah. It's really the smoke flavor they put in.
Yeah, it's really kind of special. I'll have to find that link for Bren later on.
Well, you don't. I don't know, Brenda. Are you trying to get rid of the smoke flavor? The other thing you can do. If it's a bad smoke flavor, I suppose you could just stick it in water.
Well, a lot of them have that fake smoke flavor, don't they? They're just faked. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. You can stick it in water, and I guess boiling. Problem with boiling is you're gonna gonna change the chemistry of the meat a little bit more than you would just soaking it. So if I get so they sell corned beef and I mean they probably do there too. So like corned beef in a package, right?
Mm.
And it's already been pre-brined. What I'll do is essentially soak it for 24 hours, change out the water every 6 hours, and then turn it into smoke it with spices and turn it into pastrami.
Yeah. Carol's got a question for you.
Barbecue pineapple slices. Yeah, for sure. Barbecue pineapple is really, really good.
Good on a pizza, Charlie.
Not on pizza, though.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, wait, hold on. You missed it in the background.
Oh, well.
It's obviously a fake one.
Well, yeah, but I brought that up in my because I brought that up and we were on a video before, and by the time I brought it up, everyone dumped out of the video, so I didn't get to show you. But I was
that link there, Bren. I've just put it in the chat.
I liked that Pickles Christmas tree ornament you've got. Have you got it there?
Got that right here too.
Shows your pineapple grenade.
No, that's gonna. I have a special plan for this. We'll see how it works.
Right, let me get my questions back and see where we are. So, which is your favorite YouTube foodie channel? Say mine. Say mine. Say mine.
I think it's Binging with Babish.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? It is good.
I actually don't watch this thing.
It's everybody's favorite channel, though. It's rather good.
I don't. I actually don't watch this thing.
I've never watched it.
There are plenty of the thing is, I like small channels. I like the
you like the vibe.
I like lo-fi, and I like knowing that there are people that are making mistakes and doing all this stuff, as opposed to and I said this the other day. If I want to watch the Food Network, I'll watch the Food Network. That's not what I go to YouTube for.
YouTube's more raw, isn't it? Yeah, more
connections and actually feel hey man, I'm in your kitchen. It's just average dude like me just doing some stuff.
Yeah, looking over my shoulder, cooking while I'm chatting and explaining it to you. That's the way I feel about it. I really like that.
You don't have a production crew. You don't have editors and makeup and all that stuff. I mean, you look like you have makeup, but whatever. To each their own.
Yeah. Which is your favorite non-foodie channel then?
Favorite
or what sort of stuff do you watch?
I do watch. I mean, unfortunately, my YouTube has dialed down to the point where it's basically food or kind of how-to YouTube channels, how to make your YouTube channel better and all that junk, Think Media and all that stuff.
Yeah, I watch a lot on graphic design and to get my thumbnails, try to improve them all the time.
Yeah, things like that. I'm interested in people who are doing Hobo the other day. I don't know if you guys know him, but he was showing off his laser etcher, which I think is insanely cool. So I do love.
He was on that live I was watching the other night with you, wasn't he?
Yeah. I think it's insane.
Yeah, he mentioned his laser etcher. Yeah, he's telling me about that. Yeah,
stuff like that, creating things and building things, I think is fascinating.
Super cool.
Really like that.
Yeah. What are your short-term goals and your long-term goals for your channel?
Well, I mean, I'll tell you one of my mottos for life is have fun doing cool stuff with cool people. So far as yet, I'm actually doing really well in the YouTube arena with that, because I've met the coolest people. I've had a blast and a half, and really enjoying it. Like for long-term goals, I mean, I wouldn't mind like increasing subscribers and, you know, being somewhat better as far as production goes. Yeah,
but you don't want to get kind of polished and slick and look like a TV show either. So it's
really don't. No.
Yeah. I'm
really
kind of
don't.
in the same place. Yeah.
I mean, even if it was a TV show, it would be my TV show, and which would still be my weird personality. so I think that would still shine through. Hard to say.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time, channel-wise?
Doing the same stuff. Hanging out with some great people and making great food, having fun. Maybe getting some like free meats and stuff would be nice. Anyone, any free meat dealers out there?
What about travel and going to other areas and seeing what they're doing?
Oh, yeah. No, that definitely is one thing. Like, I'd hope to travel around a bit this year and meet some people. I've only met one YouTuber, but I would love to travel around and meet other people for sure, without a doubt. So yeah, that definitely is a goal. Because like
once you start down that road, you never know where it's going to end up. You just know it's going to be exciting. That's all.
Yeah, no, because I already feel like I know so many people, and you know, it's kind of like the same thing. Like if anyone were to come to like my area or whatever else, would be like, yeah, stay in my house. I don't care. We'll cook and we'll have fun.
Yeah.
Well, we'll drink beer and we will cook good food.
Just looking at Craig's comment, 5 years' time, Charley will still be on this live stream.
Probably true too. Yeah, I'll stretch that like the longest live stream of all time.
That's good. We like that.
You may be right.
That a lot.
Speaking of good channels, Craig behind the garage barbecue makes some fantastic food.
Right.
And then, did you see the one? Did you see Todd's? I think you did. Todd did.
I've seen them all.
Wasn't that hilarious?
I was like, Todd, you actually spoke quickly there for a second.
Yeah, Todd is. I think
Dad Incredible.
Dad Incredible, and he did a sort of like a spoof on one of Craig's videos, and he impersonated Craig. If you've seen Craig, it wouldn't be funny unless you've seen.
Oh right, okay.
Craig's channel, because he does it. It was a fantastic impersonation.
Brilliant, love it.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I know everybody. I know all their actual names, and I know where they live. so I'll get people who talk to me like, do you know anyone around this area? Like, oh yeah, there's so and so like kind of up over here. There's so and so over here. There's this person there.
That's the one thing I've noticed about you, mate. You don't, everyone's name. It's like, oh.
I do. Well, I'll tell you one thing about that, one trick. Because at first I was like, I couldn't remember anyone's name, and then I started writing them down, and then after I was like somewhere around like, I don't know, 20 names or something like that, I just started it just started clicking, and so I just remember every single person's name, where they're from, what kind of grill they have, what their latest cook is.
That's genius. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a I don't know. It's a curse and a blessing.
Let's get off the channels and go into the trivia type questions. I won't ask the hidden treasure one because that's boring. What food do you dislike?
I
Durian.
know this one. Durian.
Durian. Oh, I like durian. Hey, I tell you what, because I'm travelled like you are, Charlie. You know, in fact, Patrick's pretty well travelled as well. But I'm travelled a bit like you, and it took me. I was stationed 2 years in Hong Kong with the British Army, right? And I never touched durian. I couldn't get it past my nose. You know that thing. And then in 2010, we went to Australia, and on the way back, Australia and New Zealand. On the way back, we staged through Singapore, and I thought this might be my last chance to try it. So I did it on a dare from my missus at the time. So we both did durian, and they treat you like lepers. They make you sit over there in a corner, and you're not allowed to take it into hotels because it smells like rotting flesh.
I have people I have people who are fans of durian, and they said, try it.
It's nice,
and I will try anything about 2-3 times. Like you could, so you can have something once and be like, all right, this isn't for me. But is it cooked well? Did they do it right? Is there some other way to do it? So like, all right, I'll try it again.
I've eaten some crazy stuff.
And then I'll try it maybe a third time after that. But yeah,
durian.
What about balut?
I've never had it, and it does scare me a bit. I would try it.
It looks revolting.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. What is that?
It looks terrifying. Oh, what's the
balut?
What is it?
It's a fetus of the chicken. It's
half
the fetus in the chicken.
Yeah, it's a chicken embryo inside a. It's essentially like a full-grown chick, kind of sort of stuffed in a
eggy weggy.
I think they smoke it and boil it or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I would try it. The thing is, if people are eating it, it's probably going to be good.
Apparently, it is.
I'd give it a whack. I don't know.
And I did like durian. After I got it, once you get it past your nose, it's really, really good. I think I had particularly good durian in Singapore, and I've had it since.
I suppose the crap I had, because mine
wasn't quite as good the second time, but the first lot in Singapore was really, really good. Yeah, and it did smell like rotting. It smelled like.
It was god awful. It was the worst thing I've ever stuck in my mouth.
Smells like 3-year-old trainers, doesn't it? Like 3-year-old sneakers, man.
It's like worse than that. Like wiped in. I'm not even going that far. I can't even describe all that stuff.
It smells like it's been dipped in some.
God awful. And I'm somebody who loves stinky cheeses and like you name it, I've had it. But
yeah, me too. I do. I do like the stinky cheese. I like wash rind cheeses, so they tend to be stinky, don't they? What's your favourite junk food? Come on, own up.
For dessert, I love my favorite dessert weakness is ice cream, big time.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not a big dessert fan, but boy, do I love ice cream.
I know it's kind of special, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ice cream and I like fresh fruit, but I like ice. And I should leave both alone because I got the diabetes.
You do can't you do like frozen yogurt or
so good.
Something like that.
Frozen yogurt. They have that a lot in Australia, don't they? Frozen yogurt. I've seen it over there in Australia. What's your favorite kitchen tool? Well, cooking tool. That can include smokers of anything, I guess. Yeah. This guy. This guy is right. It is. It's your best kitchen tool ever. It's your brain. I don't know how to follow that up. That was just such a great answer.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you and good night.
Right. What's your day job?
IT consultant. So I run my own IT consultancy.
Great. So it's an IT day job, and the IT helps you pay for all your fancy equipment you need for your for your smokers and stuff. Because they're expensive, aren't they? Them smokers and that.
Well, there's plenty of days I'd rather be shoveling manure out of a horse shed.
Yeah.
Like, this is good, honest days of work.
Yeah, I was in IT support for years and years and years, but I'm not. I'm trying to launch a little business doing websites now. I just can't be. I can't be bothered with the office politics and the office snakes that you get in IT.
It's just, it is what it is. It's day by day.
Yeah. Right. I want to find out about you, Charlie. I want to find out more. So tell us about your travels.
I've traveled.
You're a fascinating guy. You've traveled, man. You've traveled.
I've traveled to a lot of the states. I was in Canada once. Traveled to Mexico a bunch of times. I've been to just kind of on a cruise to Jamaica and Haiti and Dominican Republic, and I went to school in Paris for a year.
Paris, France, yeah?
Yeah, not Paris, Texas. There is a great movie based on like Paris, Texas.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
It's great.
Well, all right, hold on a second. I'll tell you one thing. I was born in Athens.
Oh, were you? Athens,
Ohio.
Right. Not Athens, Greece, of course.
that would have been probably a better story. I've traveled. So I traveled around Europe many times. I've been around, most everything aside from Spain and Portugal, which I haven't been to, that I actually really kind of want to go to at some point. I've traveled to Hong Kong, Japan as a kid, like 15. About 6 months traveled across Africa. Went through.
You must have had some hairy moments then during the travels at times when it got a bit scary.
Africa was a story every single day. So it was a wild thing. Because I knew a bunch of people who had gone to people were like, I'm gonna travel somewhere interesting. I go to like Thailand or something like that, right? Or India was also a big one. But I was like, man, I don't know anyone who's traveled to Africa. So I'm like, all right, I'm down. So it's just me, myself, and I landed in Harare, Zimbabwe. Traveled across through Malawi, Tanzania, and Kenya, and then left out of Kenya. My only thing was, my only plan at all, the entire thing, was basically I got a plane ticket for going to Harare, and then I got a plane ticket that was open-ended, so I could travel, so I could leave at any time out of Kenya. That was it. That was the extent. That was the extent of my planning. This is why I don't really script stuff, because I just never have in my life. I just wing it. And somehow
it takes stones to do that, and I salute you for that. It takes stones to do that.
It takes no sense to do it. it takes being just completely dumb as a brick.
Yeah, but no small amount of courage, because it is.
Oh no! I mean, if you're dumb as a brick, you don't care about courage, because you're not fighting anything. You're just dumb as a brick, and it's like, all right, this will work out. You're not afraid of anything. It's like, okay.
Question from Brent on the screen.
I just want to say though, quickly, the most interesting thing though is you went on your own. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Oh, I did. And I went in a very strange time as well.
Question from Bren on the screen. What do you think about pellet smokers?
I think they're really good. I mean, I think it's good for somebody who wants to do quick, well, not necessarily quick, but easy barbecue. My experience being slightly different with mine, but I know what I'm doing. And then you see a lot of people getting from pellet cookers, which is a weird thing, going from pellet cookers into like, hey, I want to learn more about smoking, and then they'll buy like, Weber kettle or something like that, and learn about fire management, learn about everything else. But yeah, they're good, and they turn out great food. Traegers seem to be great grills. I've heard really, really good things about them. So yeah. Like if you're looking for if you want to cook on like a weekday or something like that, they're great. And then you come home from work and kind of set it up and just kind of go for something simple. They give like a really basic smoke flavor, and you can amp that up a bit with a pellet tube with wood chips in it. But yeah, it's hard.
Gordo's leaving us. Cheers, Gordo. Thanks for coming along.
Later, Gordo. You know what Gordo means in Spanish, right?
No.
Fat. Essentially means fat.
I didn't know that, Gordo. There you go.
I don't know. I know very little Spanish, but I know that.
Leprechaun TV is in the house.
Hey, what's going on, Jay?
Gee.
See, there he goes with the names again. Everyone's name.
I do know everybody's name. Some people I'll call by their channel names because I actually like.
Yeah, because it's cool. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, because for me, being called Pickles totally works. Like I'm fine with that. Doesn't bother me at all. Patty, I call him Patty. I know his name's Patrick. I call him Patty. Nickname for funny story. My uncles were named Patrick and Ronald and and Michael, but they were Patty, Ronnie, and Mikey.
Yeah, there you go.
Irish.
Very
Irish. But other people I'm not going to call. I don't know. Some people I don't see one. I'm not going to call behind the garage barbecue. I'm not going to call him.
You don't call him behind.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, behind. What's up, buddy? What's up, garage? What's up, garage? However you pronounce it.
No, that's right.
No, it's and his name is actually my brother's name, which is always weird. Jumping into a chat when people were like, "Hey, Charlie. Hey, Craig." I'm like, man, it's weird. There are a couple of Craigs around though. And the same thing, Mr. Cast Iron Lols.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna call you Mr. What am I call you, Mr. That was a terrible band. Or what am I call you, Cast? No, I call you Mike.
Cast Iron Mike.
Yeah,
Cast Iron Mike.
Yeah, same thing with Hobo. Hobo, his name is Chris, but Hobo's a cool name.
Hobo is a cool name. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. What do we call Pete? Just Pete.
Yeah.
Well, Pete.
Pete, repeat.
You repeat. I'll do repeat. Yeah, when I do repeats on my channel, it'll be repeats. That's good. Yeah, I like that. I can work with that. Yeah. Who would you get to? Who would you cast to play you in the movie? And the rest of you can think up questions now because we're going to fire questions from the comments.
I don't know if you've ever seen. There's a show. There used to be a show called Vikings on the History Channel. There's a character from it named Ragnar.
Ragnar, he's an Australian.
Yeah, he's Australian. Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Him. Yeah.
I can see that. I have
gone to places and have been told many times when that show was popular, hey, you look like, I'm like, no.
You look like you could have Scandinavian lineage, though. Definitely. You've got the blue eyes, haven't you, and the high cheekbones. So that's Scandinavian. Yeah, put tattoos on that and put a sword in his hand and a big shield. Yeah. Terrifying.
Billy Gibbons. Billy Gibbons says Craig.
Gibbons. Oh, Billy Gibbons, a cool guy.
Billy Gibbons.
I actually met him once in Austin. He's a really cool guy.
ZZ Top member there from Brent. That's it, with the beard. Yeah.
Except these probably have hair or something.
No, they're great rock band now.
That'd be like any other white supremacist from a prison movie on Netflix ever.
Edward. That's right, Edward Norton from that movie.
America History
X. Yeah, he could play you.
Edward Norton.
But the voice surely has got to be Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey's voice, mate. That's you.
Who?
I like Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey. You sound exactly like him.
Really?
I think you do.
Well, yeah, it's that southern slow.
Yeah, Lady Helen's got a question there.
Lady Helen, that one.
Yeah. Never played. I have actually. Yeah. I have done that. I should probably do that on a video at some point.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hard to say.
Do it now.
No, I am terrible at braiding.
Brenda reckons your head's upside down.
Head is upside down. Yeah, because I got the hair on the bottom and no hair on the top.
Right. Anybody got any questions for Charley?
They all know me too well.
They all know him.
I've got a question. What was your favorite part of Africa? Your favorite country or wherever? So if you have a favorite, maybe you don't.
I don't know. My favorite part was the people. Easily, everywhere I went, people were so very nice. It started to get a little. It's funny because Zimbabwe is broke to whatever, and Malawi is probably still is one of the poorest countries in the world. And then heading up into Tanzania and Kenya, you start to head towards I don't even know whether to say this or not, but you end up heading up towards a more religious area. Still amazing people, but there's not, I don't know, they just weren't as just straight forward cold straightforward, warm. Well, I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
Warm-hearted,
Those
yeah.
first two countries were actually extremely nice, and then and don't get me wrong, Tanzania and Kenya, they were extremely nice as well. But there was a weird I could feel the difference between some of the people where it wasn't as open, but I still love them. Yeah, my favorite stories from I mean I could go on for days telling stories.
Well, we're here for the next 5 years apparently. So
Well,
you've got all that time.
I could sit
Don't
and
tempt me.
listen to your travels all day.
Do not tempt me.
I could sit and listen to your travels all day. Where do you live now? That's a question from Mike.
I live in. I am currently living about 30 minutes outside of Denver, Colorado, in kind of a small community, farming community.
I've been to Denver Airport anyway, I think. Yeah.
Well, I'm actually about 20 minutes away from the airport too.
What's your favourite suds?
Free
beer. Yeah, that's great beer. That is.
Don't be coming to my place with that attitude, mate. No free beer. I'll buy some strawberry beer.
You got a little jar. I'll drop some money in there.
That's excellent.
No, I don't know. Right now, I'm drinking Miller Lite.
Miller Lite. I used to love
Miller time.
Used to drink it by the case.
I'm not a ginormous fan of craft beers. They're too heavy. So I can't drink like a ton of them or anything else. Oh god. Lep was probably around. Maybe some of you around when this was an ad. And there used to be a perfume called Charley.
Ah,
they did. Yeah, it was kind of musky. Yeah.
That was when I think I was in I don't know, 4th grade or something like that. Yeah. You want to talk about being made fun of at school? I had Charlie the tuna from Starkist, and then I had and there was the Charlie perfume ads.
Tom's asking if you fix your.
Tom, shut your pie. My videos are fine. Suck it up, Buttercup.
What's your favourite music and what do you listen to the most? That's a question from Chef John and Rebecca.
I don't know. That's another thing. I mean, it's the same thing as food. I could jump around all over the map. It's a challenge. I mean, it depends on what I'm doing too. If I'm grinding hard at something, I'll straightforward rock. Straightforward metal sometimes, Metallica. I actually know those guys and
wow.
What?
Yeah.
He knows them.
Did you see how he said, I actually know those guys? What? You know Metallica?
I don't know. Because I dated the ex-girlfriend of James Hetfield, who was in Metallica, and
really,
yeah,
well,
yeah, really. Yeah, no, I know those guys, and then they're friends.
We are going to be here in 5 years.
I have some oddball stories in my life.
Maru's in the house, and so's the crazy Pop has come in.
Mildly. Hey, what's going on, Pop/Bush? See, I
Go
call
one and then the other
I
one
call him
comes up.
Pop. His name is Butch, but I like calling him Pop because it makes me happy.
Barry Manilow. Yeah, right.
I do like man, I don't know. I do like some odd, very soft music. not Barry Manilow. Usually, like there's some weird stuff, like like Lionel Richie or there's nobody's gonna know who this dude is. I swear to God, Michael Hedges. And grew up playing guitar and stuff.
That's a tumbleweed name,
ABBA.
that is.
I'd be down with ABBA. I don't know. Sure, why not? Or Katy Perry. Katy Perry's real good. I mean, if it depends on what mood I'm in. If I'm listening to something, I'll be like, yeah, rock and roll. Uncle Charlie, who was your favorite kid chef? Hey, well, it's you, Eric. I don't know whether I've got.
Yeah, it's definitely Eric.
What's he doing? What are you doing?
Hold on a second. I'm gonna strip down for y'all.
Whoa!
Yeah, kind of sort of.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Family channel, Pete.
Sorry? Yeah, it's
So
a
much for
family
you.
channel. Remember
Yeah, so much for that.
it. Yeah. So what I want to know about now is
Turn
during
down.
your travels. That's super.
Do you know about Uncle Pickles, Pete?
Oh,
No,
yeah, Uncle Pickles is a whole different. Uncle Pickles is a whole different character.
Oh, we need
That
we
is
need
not
to
me.
know about this. We need to know about this.
That is not me.
That's hilarious, though.
I won't tell who it is, but I think everyone knows.
No, we mustn't tell.
No, you can knock yourself out. I think everybody knows at this point. He doesn't even care. He doesn't even try. He goes by Reginald from Trinidad, Tobago, and he goes by Uncle Pickles, and he goes by Don't F with Cats. Yeah.
He's one of a kind. He's one of a kind.
Yeah, I love him. He's a great, great dude.
So tell us about your most scary moment when you were traveling during all your travels. Must
Sure.
have been a
I'll tell you,
scary moment.
I'll tell you two right off the bat. So the first was I was in Zimbabwe when Mugabe was getting elected.
Sweet.
Yeah, elections in Africa. I am not going to say anything. Are very violent.
Right.
So I was in Harare. I was sitting at a cafe. I mean, it was like a low key cafe or whatever else. I was sitting outside on the sidewalk, and there were all of a sudden this like screaming mob comes down the street, and the shop owners or whatever else were like get in now, go all the way to the back, and they like ended up shuttering their they had like steel I don't know what they're like, steel gates or whatever. So they ended up shuttering those, and then they're like, get all the way to the back and get down like because the thing they thought was I would be
singled out and targeted because of your complexion. Yeah.
But second of all, they thought like I might be confused with like a Rhodesian farmer, like one of the white farmers around that area. And so it was like 20 minutes of like people screaming down the street, and then finally quieted down for a little bit, and then they let me out. They were like, all right, go out, but be real careful. I was like, oh boy. And so I ended up going around and like looking around every corner, and I'd see people streaming down the street from that corner, and I'd like run back to the other corner. And it took me like an hour and a half or something like to get to a hotel that was, and by hotel I mean it was kind of shanty town, but to get to a hotel that was actually 2 minutes away. when I was like walking around on the streets. That was a little bit dodgy. And then let's see, the other, well, there's several others, but the other one was weird. So I go to Nairobi, which is
Kenya,
not a great place, not the most safest place in the world, according to some people. But it gets way less safe outside the boundaries. So there were, God, I wish I could remember what it was. It was like there are all these like tiny little shanty towns outside the whole thing, and they're called it's not called Shantytown, but it's like a Shantytown 1, Shantytown 2, Shantytown 3, Shantytown 4, whatever else like that. Wish I could remember the name of those. But ended up, so I ended up meeting some people from that I'd met in Kenya, because I was the only white person that essentially half the time I saw there. Like there was, aside from like the UN troops in Zimbabwe, and then the occasional other person I would talk to, and I actually did hang out with 2 English dudes for a while. But I was traveling around Zimbabwe, and so I met people and meet people all over the place. And so this guy was like, "Hey, come on down to where we live." And I said, in one of these like weird shanty towns. And so I take a taxi out to there, and the taxi driver's, "Hey, call me in 2 hours or something like that. If you don't, like, do not do this after dark, because I will not come back." So I go out there, and I'm hanging out with his family and all that stuff, and it's all good times. And then walking down the street to go visit his grandma, and like, mind you, I'm talking Shantytown. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's pretty beat down, to put it mildly. And then so up rolls this car. These 2 cops jump out of the car. Didn't know they were cops, because it was unmarked and everything else. These 2 big dudes essentially jump out of the car, and they're like, "Hey, you, papers." That was essentially the only English they spoke. So they end up asking for my papers, right? Didn't have them because I'd heard, don't carry your papers in Nairobi. That's not a good idea. So they were locked up at the hotel safe. I'm sorry for the long story. So they took me, they threw me into the cop car with my friend's sister. And there was the cop car was like 2 seats in the front, and like a little tiny, it was a tiny little car. 3 things in the back, 3 seats, kind of, sort of. 2 other dudes in handcuffs. One, like me and the sister of the guy I was with. So we go drive down to this place that's like just the most beat up, like it just looks like nothing. There's like tires burning on the side, everything else. This is apparently like their police precinct. So get out of the car. They open up the trunk of the car. 2 guys in handcuffs come out of the trunk of the car. So we end up going into. So in the meanwhile, this guy's sister is like, "I'm gonna go get my family. We're gonna come down here, and we're gonna save you." So I walk into this place, and it was like literally like you have never seen desolation like this. So I'm like walking into the place, and they're like looking at me and like, "Hey, we're gonna throw you in the cell." There was no cell. There was essentially like this big room that was dark as anything. You couldn't see anything through the bars on the door. And the door was basically like a, plywood or something like that. But there were bars on the door. All you could see was eyes looking in there. I was like, oh my God. Like, please don't do that. So the police captain or whatever else takes me aside. Man, this is a long story. takes me aside and pulls me into like his office, which is like, I don't even know, size of like, I mean, the size of my bathroom or something like that. Packed high with like just random junk, papers, I guess, for God knows what. So he ends up saying like, "Hey, how much can you pay? Like, what's the situation?" And like he ends up like beating me down, and then finally the family that like the sister had gone to get. She took the bus out there. They ended up all like storming back to the police station, which was like miles and miles down the road. And they end up like shaming the cops to high heck because one of their cousins had just died like earlier that morning, and they had completely like the cops had completely like biffed that case. So finally I get released, and then, I heard like if you'd gone in that like cell, they would have taken everything you own and just beaten the crap out of you.
Jesus.
And long story short, that's what it was.
Blimey. So you had a lucky escape there. Yeah.
Blimey. I don't know. I mean, I've been to like the worst areas in the world, and just like for some reason, it's like me just walking around the streets, and people are okay with that. Been in like some really drastic neighborhoods, and people are totally fine. I'm like, I've met some people who probably shoot me or whatever else if I was anyone else, but somehow I managed to. I don't know.
Fortune favors the brave, I think. That's kind of how that works.
Like I joke around, goof around, and everything else.
Stephen wants to know if you met Uncle Pickles there, Charlie.
Yeah, Uncle Pickles, like on a worldwide prison tour. So he's
he would have been one of the cops.
Yeah, he probably would too, actually.
I go to click one, and then the chat jumps up, and I click the wrong one, and it ends up on the screen.
Oh, man. I had a story like that with the cops, but it was in New Jersey, so it wasn't nearly as bad.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, it was pretty grim. I was like, I actually kind of thought on that one. I was like, all right, my luck may have run out at this point.
Well, I'll tell you what, the bit for me would have been seeing those two dudes get out of the trunk. I would have been like, Jesus Christ, what's going on?
That was weird.
What happened to them? You know what happened to them?
That would have freaked anyone out. It's like, hey, mate, you got to watch. Because if you had a watch, you'd know it was nighttime, and nighttime, no time to be in this neighborhood.
That was definitely an odd one.
So you never made it to places like Mogadishu or the Congo or anywhere like that?
Nah. Oddly enough,
that would have been interesting.
Right there. Somehow, I would manage to survive. I don't know how. Into some really bad areas, but
what was Sorry, I was just going to say, when was this that you were there? How long ago?
Was like 20 years ago.
About the same time I was traveling. Yeah.
I think it was about probably about it was like early year. So it was like the first half of the year. Whenever around 20 years ago that what's his name got reelected.
Mugabe.
Yeah, Mugabe, horribly corrupt.
Sweet guy.
Person.
Lovely fellow.
And that's the problem with Africa. I love it, but man, there's massive, massive corruption. Beyond
that way in Europe, trust me.
Sounds like Victoria.
There's massive corruption, and there's massive problem is too. There's massive violence, and there's a lot of tribal violence as well.
Do you have any like epiphany moments, amazing moments where you saw or you witnessed something that was just breathtaking?
Oh, sure. Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, I'm talking like I saw Victoria Falls.
Oh wow!
Yeah, which was phenomenal. The mist goes for like the mist goes for like miles around. And I traveled down there. I went to I went on safari in Zimbabwe.
Oh, what was that like?
Since I was the only person going. It was me, a guide, and a chef. Ended up like sitting in a camp, and I tell you, that like every day was a story. But I don't know. Maybe I should do like some other channel on like stories from Africa. But I ended up going in there, and we were in camp, and there was like but they had left the gates open, and there's a friendly black rhino in there. Apparently deadly. They're deadly. Although this one had been raised by people, which makes it even more deadly because it comes around people, isn't afraid of them. So we end up, I actually have pictures of this somewhere. We end up running around the stone barbecue as the thing's like chasing us down, kind of around it, and eating rice that like from a bag of rice and everything else.
Oh, scary.
Yeah, for sure. Like seeing the, there was that was wild. That thing was probably around for about an hour or so. And then sitting in another site where there was a hyena, like walked straight past in front of me, like in the middle of the night. You couldn't see a thing, but I could see its shape and you can smell it. But it was probably about 2 to 3 feet in front of me. It was dark as anything. I was sitting in front of like just a tiny little tent.
Was it smell like death and dog?
Does not smell. Yeah, it does not smell good.
No.
Otherwise, seeing like the Great Migration around Africa, and seeing like just going in and looking at just millions and millions of wildebeest and zebras and hyenas and everything else was beyond belief. So yeah, many epiphanies.
We've had Ethio join us.
Hey, what's up,
we had Madwood Barbecues joined us.
What's up, Terry?
Terry.
There's a channel, I don't know if you're aware of it, called The Lion Whisperer. Have you ever come across it?
Nah, I haven't.
It's this guy, he's South African, and he has he just plays with lions all day and hyenas and all sorts of things. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
It's wild. I wouldn't do it.
No, it's fascinating to watch that.
Yeah, I would not do it. Then there was the one safari where like different safari. This was with the 2 English guys. So I ended up meeting up with these British guys. That was Stefan, and I can't remember the guy's name right now. But the tour guide thought we were getting bored, so he ended up like throwing a rock at a lion, because like lions just sit around. And so he ended up throwing a rock, like a small little rock, hitting it in the head. Well, that thing started like charged towards the Range Rover or whatever else we were in with the top open.
Oh my god!
And like reaches claws straight over the top. And I was like, hey, thanks, no thanks.
Jeez.
I mean, the stories go on and on endlessly.
Well, that's why we got you here. It's great stories.
No, I can listen to stories about travel all the time. Did you learn any new recipes on your journeys, on your travels? Did anything particularly stand out?
Well, yeah, I mean they did cook a lot of goat, so goat was a big one. There was a lot of which is hard to find around here. It's like supposed to be extremely extremely popular around the world, but it's not easy to find around here. Because it's cheap generally to raise goats. A lot of taro root things. So there were a lot of everywhere you go, they have some sort of variation on like a starch on the side. So sometimes it'll be like taro, or sometimes it'll be other root vegetables or tubers. Cucumber soup was
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, was one thing that was fascinating. I did go to an African Brazilian restaurant. I don't know what you want to call it, but ended up getting served zebra and wildebeest and a bunch of other meats from around the area.
Oh, I love kudu meat. It's like a large antelope. That's really good meat. It's fantastic meat. Yeah, from South Africa. Then I bought it from a South African butcher in the south of England, but it was fantastic. They like their meat gamey, don't they? And the game meat, they like it rather gamey. It's kind of if you're not used to it, it's a bit odd. Yeah.
Personally, I like it. Personally, I don't mind gamey at all.
No, I don't.
I don't mind it. I'd rather have that than like some boring, just standard fare half the time, because at least it tastes like something. You know,
I've posted a link. I posted a link in the comments for this particular video, the one with the peanuts that we were talking about earlier.
It is good too.
Yeah, I like it.
They have some downstairs right now.
It's so new to me, the idea of boiling peanuts. It just doesn't compute.
It's really good. You'd be surprised. And it's dead simple too.
Yeah.
I mean, I do use I don't know if you guys can get that. So I do use a crab bowl.
No, we don't get it.
I can I mean, you can probably break down the spices. There's not too much throwing in there that you wouldn't be able to find anyhow.
I could probably find a crab boil recipe in 5 minutes on the internet.
Dutchie cooked zebra too, or zebra.
Zebra, yeah. What was it like? Tell us what it was like.
You said it was a bit like horse meat, didn't you, Charlie?
It's basically.
Not that I've had that. I haven't had that either.
I've had horse. I've had horse meat, and it's, I don't know. It's fine. It's good.
You've had horse, Peter.
Yeah. I've travelled in Romania, and they make, well, some people make meat. Meat is their little their native kufta type kebab. They do right. Every nation's, Americans got hamburgers and England's got their mince, and these have got, it's like a sausage without a skin meat. So it's just like a little kufta kebab. I've made them. I've made videos of them on my channel, but they're nice. Yeah.
Look at how young I was 2 years ago. Home lobbing 2 years ago. Better lighting too.
But so do you eat the husk around the peanut or not?
No, I don't.
No, so you peel all that off and then you eat the boiled peanut inside. Is that it?
Yeah. You peel it off. You like split it, and then you can you split it with your mouth, and then you kind of like suck out the juice because there's juice in there. It's like same thing as like a crawfish head. Suck out the juice.
Wow.
You kind of split it apart, and then you like just bite into it. It's really good. I'll tell you that much. You'd be surprised. I'm shocked it's not actually doesn't take on everywhere. It's well searched, I guess.
I'd love to try it. I'd love to try them. I must definitely.
Super dead easy. I mean, like Filipinos only use salt for the most part. but they do kind of a similar thing.
The Thai cook a lot with peanuts, don't they? They put
Oh yeah,
peanuts in a lot of their dishes. Yeah. Chinese do, but not the Chinese put peanuts in the satay sauce, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you get
Charley.
Maru probably cooks with peanuts because she does a lot of Indonesian, Malay and Indonesian food. Yeah.
Yep. Charley, Vegemite or Marmite? You know what to say.
Careful, your reputation hangs in balance here, mate.
I go with the Vegemite. I'm going. I don't know.
Check's in the mail, Charley. The check's in the mail.
So Men at Work did a song on it. So I got to stick with Men at Work. You know?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he laughed and gave me a Vegemite sandwich.
Yeah, Mr. Was Mr. Australian?
No, we wouldn't. No.
Oh, good. All right. I can't remember. They had like one song or something. I can't like.
I wonder what those peanuts would be like with a bit of Vegemite in there with them. That'd be good.
They'd be wrong.
Mm.
Oh, bugger off.
They would be wrong. With Vegemite in them, they'd be wrong.
It's got like
Here we go. Look at he's opening them up now.
See, there you go.
So are you saying you don't cook them as much as some other people might? Like other people cook them for longer than you do? Was that what you were saying before?
Yeah, so you can you could cook it like absolute mush. But I cook it pretty close to that. But it's got it's the same thing as so say like falling off the bone ribs versus it's got a little bit of bite to it. There's like a very, very fine line between those two. That's good stuff. But yeah.
Right. Has everyone given this video a thumbs up? Give us a thumbs up. We need a thumbs up. It helps more than you know, boys and girls. Thank you.
Jay, you can't boil in a crock pot. You can crock in a crock pot. I don't know where the name comes from. It's just is what it is. I mean, people do boil them. But you can still do them in a crock pot or an Instant Pot even. They pressure cook them, which does boil.
Yeah, low and slow cooking crock pot, really, isn't it? Low, slow.
Yeah, it's
all day.
I let that stuff run for like a day or two.
Yeah, I'd do it with shin beef. I'd put it in and leave it in the morning, run it all day. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll adjust the spices as needed. I'll take one. Try it out, see how it is. Just this, just that. How do I feel? Do I feel like I want more salt? And that's the thing about a lot of spices too, especially with recipes. Sometimes I feel like I crave salt, or sometimes I feel like I crave spicy, or and sometimes I don't. So recipes can change depending on how you feel. On any given day or even halfway through the day, sometimes I'm like, nah, crap, I shouldn't throw in so much in there. Later, Dutchie.
See you, Dutchie.
This is me sharing it everywhere now. This is my stuff.
Holy shnikes. I don't even know what
Live journal, I don't know that one.
It's going to have 10 million views overnight. This is your ticket. This is your ticket out of here, Charley.
I am one of the few boiled peanut videos up, which is why I think it's successful, as opposed to 2 billion videos or something like that.
Thought I'd already done that. Oh well, done it again now, isn't it?
Man, I don't know. I started dumping off social media to some degree, a while back. I used to have a ton of Twitter followers, but that was all text stuff.
Mm.
That's got to go on my blog as well.
It was just too much. It was too much. Like somebody could say something on like 100 characters that was annoying as crud, and I like just started wars. I was like, forget it.
Yeah, too much.
Why bother? So I dumped that in Facebook. I don't care for it all.
No.
I worked there.
Did you? Oh, we worked for the machine.
I did. I worked at Facebook, Groupon, The Gap, and all their associated brands.
Gee.
That's I add hot pepper to everything, Eric. I do love hot pepper, and I do love spicy, for sure.
I love hot peppers. I've got a right pepper mouth.
Pete,
I've got yeah, mate.
Pete, Brenda wants a shout out. Likes a shout out to her grandson Logan, who's watching right now. Hi, Logan.
Oh, hey, Logan.
Hi, Logan. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us, Logan. He's watching with it. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. Hello, Logan, from others. Anybody else want to say hello, Logan?
I'm the original Uncle Pickles, Jay. I don't know what to tell you. I know there's a fake imprisoned Uncle Pickles. He is imprisoned for crimes against humanity.
Yeah.
Is he?
Hey, Charlie, which was your favourite? Now, you've been various places in Asia, haven't you?
Yeah.
What would be your favourite area, your favourite part of
God, a long time ago, though. I mean, I was like 15, 16 at the time.
Oh, okay.
So it's been a long, long time. Hong Kong, like I almost like well, not me, but my parents almost moved to Hong Kong with me around that time. So we're actually.
Whereabouts in Hong Kong did you live? I lived in Hong Kong for 2 years. I was on Stone Cold Island, though.
Like, I almost moved there. They ended up not going down that route.
All right.
But we ended up visiting Hong Kong, Japan.
Oh, you've been to Japan?
Yeah, so I went to Hong Kong. Was crazy. Like it's a
crazy city.
Yeah, it's an amazing place. It's really
great for food. I used to say I could walk half a mile in Tsim Sha Tsui, which is the tip of Kowloon. I could walk half a mile through there and see every kind of food on the planet. It wouldn't surprise me if there was an Eskimo restaurant in there. You know, it wouldn't surprise me. I'd have gone, oh yeah, Eskimo, and you know, because everything else was there. You know, Korean, all the Asian stuff.
I mean, it's one of those big cities where you're just blown away. Like same thing as New York. New York is nonstop, go all the time.
Yeah.
If I was a kid, I think I would have loved to live there. Now, I think it would drive me absolutely insane. I don't know. Couldn't deal with that. Couldn't deal with all that. So maybe I could, I'd probably do 6 months in any city that big at most now. But
it really is awe-inspiring, isn't it? It really is. Hong Kong, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's exhausting. And, the stats are you're 50% less likely to die out of a heart attack if you move outside of New York City. I'm assuming the same thing is true about Hong Kong. Tokyo was nuts as well. We went to an exposition, like a tech exposition in Tsukuba, TSUKUBA. Ran into in a bus, going back and forward. Ran into a traffic jam at 3 in the morning on a Tuesday or something like that. And it was just completely jam-packed all the way through. Went to Kyoto. Kyoto was a lot more quiet and kind of cool. I find it fascinating. I love it.
It's amazing.
I love
amazing place.
I haven't been to Japan yet, so that'll be a life's ambition realised, really, if we get there. Yeah.
Especially at night time. I never went to Tokyo. I was in Osaka, but it's just stunning, just amazing. It's like we're in a different world.
Ginza, the Ginza bar in Ginza in Tokyo. Yeah.
And the food, I love Japanese food.
In Hong Kong, it was the wan chai. It's the big party area in downtown Hong Kong Island.
Yeah.
Wan chai. Andrew's with us. Hi, Andrew. Pleased to meet you. Well, actually, I've met him years ago, but pleased to see you, mate. Thank you.
I have no Hong Kong stories. I was 15, like I said. I think it was like 15 and a half, 16. So there wasn't much. I was there with my brother and parents, so it wasn't all that crazy. I mean, as crazy as crazy, but craziest story would be so my dad did have us come out there for his job, and so we did end up eating at some really, really high-end restaurants where it's a waiter would literally sit behind you. And they would as soon as he touched anything, as soon as you picked up the chopsticks or your fork or whatever, anything else, they would just you set it down, they would take it away and replace it immediately. As a kid, I thought that was fascinating for a second, and then I was like, and then the interview was like, yeah, it's kind of creepy. I don't really like that so much.
Are you any good with chopsticks? Can you use chopsticks, or do you prefer?
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah. I've always grown up with chopsticks.
Yeah,
I can. If you don't eat with chopsticks in Hong Kong, you don't eat. It's just, you got.
Yeah.
Especially at the big banquets, you've got to really eat with chopsticks.
Yeah. No, my very first haircut was given to me by my parents' Chinese friends. And I would think I was 1 month old, and now look what happened to me. They taught me how to say grape in Chinese and a whole bunch of other stuff. But they're they're good friends of my parents for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, and he was the one who actually took me to dim sum for the first time.
Oh, dim sum is fantastic.
Yeah. And the very first time I had duck feet.
They're nice.
Chicken feet.
Yeah, have you had duck feet as well? The duck feet are even better. They're lovely, fabulous.
Yeah.
They braise them really long time in this sort of darker sauce. It's really
fantastic.
nice.
Yeah, they're fantastic stuff. I've made them before as well. Not on video,
Chicken feet and duck feet. Most Brits go, they wouldn't touch him, but I had to go at just about. I even ate sea slug at one time. If it was put in front of me at a Chinese banquet, I would eat it. I mean, it was common for them to put jellyfish out there with the cold meat. They put cold jellyfish and cold ham out as part of the banquet. Yeah.
I mean, I guess the other funny story was in Japan, we ended up going with one of my dad's, one of the people he knew, one of his coworkers or whatever else, and his kids and wife. And his girls hated sushi. They were Japanese. This is in Japan. And so we ended up going to a sushi bar, high up on some place. Really top star place. The guy ends up, the sushi chef is standing at our table making the stuff in front of us. And so he ends up taking live prawns, pulls them out and splits them down so fast, shells them, splits them down, everything else, and throws it in front of us. And it's still squirming, and you take it,
wriggling.
You take it and you put it in your mouth.
There's a Korean dish. I think it's Korean, where they eat octopus like that while it's all still wriggling. You eating raw octopus, and then they marinate it in this, this Korean stuff with
Yeah.
chili. So it can't be very pleasant for the poor octopus. And then
the acid starts to kill. Yeah, the acid starts to kill the octopus, like while you're kind of eating it.
I mean, it's wriggling and you're supposed to eat that straight. I would.
Hey,
I like the flavour of octopus, but I actually prefer my meat dead before I eat it. But
me too. As long as it doesn't have durian.
It's like I like a steak rare, and my brother says rare. A good vet would have it back on its feet.
I don't know. Well, I'll tell you. All right, things I hate. Durian. Any steak over medium rare. If you're doing your steak well done, you are crossed out of my book for history.
You might as well have braised steak as having a well done steak. You're better off with a braised steak, braised bit of chuck or something.
Yeah, I mean the thing I don't like is things that aren't cooked well. But otherwise, like game on. Anything like, I mean, you could do like some really weird stuff, and you can do all sorts of crazy stuff. And I saw Patty raise his eyebrows because he thinks he doesn't really. He does some cool stuff. But I'll tell you, all the stuff he does is crazy and unusual. But there's this wacky brain inside there. And I can see all those flavors working together well.
I'll cook your steak however you like it, but just don't ask me to eat it. I like my steak hemorrhaging, and if somebody says I want a well done steak, I'll cook it for them. But don't ask me to eat it. I wouldn't hear it.
Yeah, same here. I mean, if I'm cooking for other people, I'll do to their tastes. And apparently, this is story night.
Yeah, let's do it.
So this is gonna be a short one. I had a couple of friends who came back from Hawaii, and they were like, we love all this fresh fish and everything else. And it was so amazing. Like, good friends of mine. So me and him go down to pick up like a whole bunch of seafood once he's come back, a whole bunch of fish and all that stuff, because he's like throwing a party. And so he ends up spending $300 on fish, like some really good high quality fresh fish. Well, we end up going back, and he ends up cooking it, and just like, they do not like their fish fresh. I will tell you that much. Overcooked the crap out of it. I was like, hey, isn't it like, you don't want to be that guy. I was like, hey, isn't it like, isn't it time now? Isn't it? I'm like, no, I still got a ways to cook. I'm like, you sure? And like, yeah, no, it's still got a ways to cook. I'm like, and you could just see, like, it was $300 down the drain as far as I'm concerned, because it was like everything was just like flaking and falling. It was just,
But there's I think it was Keith Floyd, the great TV cook. He said, by the time fish looks done, it's overdone.
That's probably true.
Yeah, I think it's true too. I have said it, and I've had those words fed to me by someone who was eating a bit of raw carp. But
I mean, I don't know. I like sushi, and if you get good high quality fish, you can do sushi, and it's really
good sushi is some of the best food on earth. Yeah, it's lovely.
And Keith Floyd? Keith Floyd was the best, wasn't he?
Oh, he's my hero. I met him once,
Who was it?
Keith Floyd. You can watch him. Yeah, he's a legend, and he was always drunk. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I think I've heard that name before.
Oh yeah, he's a hero of mine.
He's very British, but quite a real character.
Yeah.
A real character.
Hilarious to watch, and just the way he describes the food and everything. There he is.
He gave his liver to his art, and he ended up rather damaged when he died. Yeah, I actually met him. Went to a book signing in would have been 1987. Went to a book signing in Salisbury. Had bunked off work. I was the company quartermaster sergeant in a small field force unit there, and bunked off work. Went down and just to ensure that I actually got to speak to him, I took him a bottle of Chateauneuf de Pape, which he rather liked.
Oh, so, you would love that.
So I was stood there, and it was photographed by the local Salisbury Journal. You know, this sycophantic army sergeant, and in this bottle of plonk to Keith Floyd. Nice fella, though. Seemed very nice. Signed all my books.
He comes across as being very genuine.
Oh yeah, he's a legend. I like him. He was like it was just like he was on TV. Really, same sort of guy.
Have you got a favourite celebrity chef, if you want to call them that, Charlie?
Who's that?
I'm just wondering if you want to call them celebrity chefs. Do you have a favourite celebrity chef?
Oh yeah, for sure. I can list off. There's a good two. Jacques Pepin.
Yeah.
And then you could probably name the other one.
Well, there's a few of them.
Name another one. Name another one. Like, you know me pretty well.
Not Gordon Ramsay.
Well, he's not saying yes to that, so it's not Gordon Ramsay.
No.
Give me a clue.
American.
Okay.
Anthony Bourdain.
There you go.
Nailed it.
All right.
Yeah. Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah. What a loss.
You know, they reckon he was working to expose paedophiles when he accidentally died.
Hey, that would have been like, poor dude. Like his life seemed like he was just trying, and it just turned out a huge tragedy.
Yeah. He seemed like a nice guy, though. I liked his stuff.
I mean, like I remember reading interviews with people who worked with him, and they said he was just like this like really quiet guy who would just go, you know, he'd rather go sit in the hotel room and be by himself, or like, you know, sit down, or he'd talk to you, but he was not. He was blown up to be this huge, ginormous figure, and that just wasn't who he was. And then
so he was quite a modest guy, yeah.
Yeah, apparently. And then his wife, like, I don't know, I read stories about that whole thing, and that's just a whole weird, different thing. But he was cool. I
loved his TV stuff.
Rock and roll
stuff. Right.
We're coming up to 2 hours. Are you okay carrying on, Charlie?
Carry on as long as you want.
He did quite a bit of stuff in Africa, I think. Bourdain.
Yeah,
I think he went over and did quite a bit of stuff. I remember him eating some pretty ordinary looking stuff.
Yeah.
I'm joining Africa. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, when I was working in restaurants when I was growing up. That was my first real job. Was a dishwasher at a restaurant. And then I worked at restaurants for quite a few years. And all the stuff he talks about happening in restaurants, man, there was some weird stuff happening in restaurants back in the day.
Yeah.
Sure, I'm sure it still does happen. But yeah.
Yeah, I worked in a hotel once, and the chef came up behind me and put a knife up to my throat because I wasn't chopping whatever it was fast enough, and threatened to. He was a bit weird.
Yeah. Nah, I'm sure.
Sounds it. Yeah.
You take a break.
I got him back later on though. I let him go and calm down, and then he regretted doing that later on. But I wasn't going to argue with him at the time.
No. Never argue with a man who's got a knife to your throat. It's a pretty good way of getting through life. That is.
He meant it too. He was a strange dude.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. If we're going to continue on, I do need a quick break.
Have a quick break, Charlie, and then we'll ask you some more questions when you get back.
Yeah, we'll see you in 6 months.
I can go.
We'll still be here.
I mean, I can go on for how long's it been now? 2 hours.
I've only nothing for you.
Oh yeah, we're only on quarter time so far. You can do 8 hours,
10 hours.
I don't think I'll manage 10. I'll be on my chin strap after another hour.
Yeah, you did a lot of. Well, you worked. I mean, you worked in Hong Kong.
Yeah, I was a soldier there. Yeah.
But I thought you did cooking there too, didn't you, or not?
I learned to cook there. Yeah,
you learned
to cook. Yeah. I was it was my first accompanied posting. I just got married, my first marriage, and we got married in the April, and at the end of April, we got married at the beginning of April, and at the end of April, we went to Hong Kong.
Yeah, fascinating place, but like you say, overwhelming. There's so much going on.
Oh yeah, it's mind-boggling. But we were lucky. We were on an island as it was then, Stonecutters Island. But they first moved us into a place in East Pier Flats, and then they moved us to the other side of the island where all the recreation side was. You know, where the swimming pool was.
Oh, yeah.
And that was amazing. That was. But we actually had a woman come in twice a week to do the cleaning and stuff. So we had back then, you know, we had an armour come, and she'd look in the fridge, and whatever she found in the fridge, she'd cook. So some days I'd have whatever was in the fridge, sweet and sour pork, and then the next day there'd only be a cabbage in there, and she'd do something with the cabbage. Amazing.
Craig's leaving. See you later, Craig. Thanks for stopping by, mate.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Craig.
You've got to see Craig's channel, Pete. You'll love it. Yeah,
hook me up with a link after the.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Just email me, mate. Yeah,
I will. What was I going to say? And if you, I'll tell you what, it's definitely worth going and seeing Japan. I had a great. I was only there for a week, but it's just an awesome place. Loved it.
Yeah. Oh, very good.
It's the same for food. Japan. It's just there's so many places. You know, it's incredible.
The street food scenes there's quite nice, isn't it? And they got all these different like things, like little morsels that you can eat.
Yeah, it's awesome.
The one I always fancied trying was Okonomiyaki. I always fancied that. The one with the cabbage and the layers like pancakes. That's really nice. That is.
Delicious. Yeah, I love it.
And the one with the little tiny balls with octopus in the middle. I fancy that as well.
Yeah, it's a bit different because it's not. You wouldn't say Japanese food spice. It's not hot. They don't use a lot of chili and spice, do they?
Yeah, but I mean the wasabis can be strong.
Oh, forgetting wasabi, of course. Yeah,
that goes right up your nose to your sense of spike into your sinuses, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've had that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Billy Connolly told a great story about that on when he was doing that movie with Tom Cruise, the one in Japan. I forget what it's called. It's what was it called?
The Last Samurai.
Yes, and he said he was in one scene he was given they were eating and he had the wasabi and he didn't know what it was and he ate a massive spoonful of it. Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's a kind of horseradish, but it's a lot stronger than our horseradish. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think what they do is they they dry it out and then powder it, and then I don't know how the green gets into it, but
yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe is that color naturally? Maybe I don't know. Don't know if I'm.
Well, the Hulk wasn't. The Hulk was pink, but the only reason the Hulk went green is because you notice his trousers never split. Yeah. Yeah.
So Japan is an awesome place.
Yeah, I've always fancied going there. I really have. I always wanted to stay at one of those traditional hotels. The Ryu. Can't remember the name of them now, but they're the traditional hotels where it's all shoji and sliding bamboo panels and things like that. Yeah. I always really fancied doing that. So Eric's going to leave us.
Hi, Eric.
Thanks for coming along, Eric, making us all smile. Cheers, mate. Keep it up with the channel. I keep going in, giving you a thumbs up, mate. Yeah, he's good. I like his cooking.
Yeah. I'm just looking here to see if I've got I'm going through Charley's videos to see if I've got a favourite one. I think one of my favourites was actually he did a banh mi, like a Thai sandwich. There it is. Yeah, Vietnamese banh mi. That was really good, that one, because I love those. You would have had something like that, Pete.
Banh mi pulled pork. Yeah. I've had similar sandwiches. The thing that sets them aside is the amount of fresh they put in them.
Yes, yes.
And the dressings. They're just like, it takes it. It's like a sandwich on steroids, it's got everything in it, hasn't it?
Yeah, and I love that they use the pate, like liver pate and stuff like that.
Say that to me, sandwiches.
That's a good one. He does a really good job because they're very common here. Like all the bakeries here, there's at least 2 or 3 within walking distance from me that do them, and they're all great.
Yeah, there's a lot of Vietnamese, though, isn't there, there in...
yeah, heaps.
Does look impressive.
Oh, yeah. He knows what he's doing. He's got all the flavours right.
Yeah.
But that's like anything, though. There's lots of different variations of that particular sandwich, It's all different.
Yeah, but it's rather interesting the way the bread got into, because it was during the French colonial time.
Exactly,
the bread is very French, and the fillings are very Vietnamese. So it's rather interesting because it was Indochine, wasn't it? French Indochina originally.
Well, that's where the pate comes in when they use that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Charley uses pate on his one, but like
Charley's back with us by the looks of things. Let's add him into the stream, and let's do this, and then add you in. There you go.
Just watching your banh mi video.
We really love banh mi. Oh, it's a bit sriracha.
Oh yeah, banh mi is like fantastic. And yeah, I agree with you. Pate is the way to go. I don't think I use pate.
I love pate. Pate and pickles. Yum.
Yeah.
He's got some good angles going on here. Look at him.
Oh, yeah, he's I'll tell you what.
Yeah, he's quite a whiz.
I'll tell you what.
Get to see
underrated.
He's the whiz that was.
Yeah.
You get to see my arm. That's how it goes as like a one-man show.
What do you use? I don't know if we asked you this, Charley. What do you use for editing?
iMovie on my phone.
Yeah, that's the same as me.
No.
Yep.
Really? Do you use that? You put it all together on your phone?
Yeah.
I do too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to work with this massive computer, otherwise, look, this is me. I'm stuck without it. It's all this.
Ah, jeez.
I'd be stuck without it.
Heck of a lot.
I just couldn't operate without it.
I mean, like straight.
I love iMovie. iMovie's fantastic. It's so easy.
Yeah, it's dead simple. And like when I was first doing videos, I ended up instead of using iMovie, I used a different thing. It was how was that thing called? The GoPro app. I mean, I didn't even know GoPro, but it was free. And then I was like, man, iMovie is better. And then listen to my early videos, you can tell because I used all the stock music from iMovie. Yeah.
That's on iPhones then, of course?
Yeah. Yeah. iMovie. For the past, for a couple of videos now, I've done iMovie on the desktop, which takes me 10 times longer to do.
Yeah, on the phone is so convenient. It's just there, and you can,
Yeah, I kind of prefer doing it on my phone, to be honest with
you. Oh, there you go. Pickling the pickled vegetable.
Yeah, and
that's the sandwiches.
Is it a sweet pickle?
Yeah, and this one I didn't use daikon, which I actually like a lot.
Yeah. I like daikon. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually a big radish, isn't it? You've used a small radish here, yes.
Yep. Just little radishes.
Your doggos want to eat.
Yeah, they did too.
Hey, listen, what's it like living with those? What are your dogs? They're massive dogs, aren't they? They're huge.
Yeah, they're St. Bernards.
What is it like living with two of them?
There's hair everywhere.
Oh,
so if you look in this shot, like I spend like a ton of time cleaning up hair and trying to make sure there's no hair or anything else anywhere.
It is would they spend most of the time indoors with you? Obviously. I mean, they're not outdoor dogs. You have them in the house all the time, obviously.
Yeah, they're inside all the time. All day long, but
because they're Swiss mountain dogs, aren't they? Originally, they were used as rescue dogs, mountain rescue dogs, because they could pull sleds and they carried a little barrel around the thing with Vine brand in it.
I mean, they're big and fluffy.
They are big, fluffy dogs. They must molt terribly, don't they? Because you're up in the
all year.
You're up in the yeah.
Year long.
Wow.
I mean, they literally there's no end of the hair. There's literally no end of the hair.
Where'd you say you live?
Colorado. My next dog is gonna be a Mexican hairless dog. And he's crusted. Yeah, I'm living in Colorado right now. So yeah, I never watched my videos. I can't even no. I've lived everywhere. I've lived around the States. I haven't aside from the year in France.
One of the best jokes I ever heard was from and it was very quick, very laconic. It was from an Irish taxi driver. I got into we flew to Dublin, got in a taxi, went into the city, and you get chatting, and Irish taxi drivers are like all others, they like to chat. And I said, have you lived here all your life? He said, I hope not.
I don't know.
It's just great humor, isn't it?
To me,
it was just such a quick, he's probably a well-rehearsed answer, but I thought it was rather good, I hope not, because that means I've lived all my life.
To me, it reminds me of that, every time I get asked, it reminds me of that line from Highlander. I say, where are you from, Nash? There's lots of different places.
Yeah.
I like this trick. That's what I do. You hollow out the bread because I just think
Yeah.
you don't need all that bread.
Yeah, I've seen you do that, Patrick. Yeah, you've done that, haven't you?
Yeah. Just more room for all the good stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can cram more flesh. Get the flesh in there.
Yeah.
Flesh.
And of course, you're using cilantro.
Yeah,
nice.
You gotta love cilantro.
They also use another one they like to use is what do they call it? Water Morning Glory. They use a lot of in Vietnam, don't they? It's like
Yeah, I don't know.
We have a thing called watercress. You have it in the States, don't you? Watercress. But they've got this thing called Water Morning Glory. It's like a kind of spinach that grows in water. It's one of those things where it's a cross between a herb and a vegetable, you know.
Yeah, I mean, they do grow a lot of stuff in water. I remember
this is looking nice. This is making me feel hungry, mate.
I'm getting really hungry now. I was just saying, Charlie, when you were away, that within walking distance, I got 3 or 4 places that make these little bakeries and things like that.
Oh, mate.
I mean, it's one of those weird things, like where you think it's and like, I mean, half my videos too, I think like that's a dumb idea, because like I don't know, and like to me it's just like, all right, this is simple, and like half the comments I reply to on my thing, I just say like this, yeah, it's real simple and easy. We were like, oh, wow. Like I'm like, I don't know. Like it's like, it just is what it is.
Oh, this is making me hungry.
Now you didn't. I don't think you used pate on this, did you?
No, I used no, not on this one. I used pulled pork.
Yeah, but I mean, as well as the pork.
Yeah, I do love pate.
It goes well on these
For sure.
Is it like a French style pate they use? Is it a French style coarse pate?
Yeah.
Coarse.
Yeah, any kind really. I mean, I just use liverwurst when I make them.
Yeah, it's the same thing, isn't it? More or less.
Yeah,
it's just a German
delicious
version of pate. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the French make it in a terrine, the Germans make it in a sausage, and the Poles they have a nice. There's a delicious Polish one.
Oh, this is torture. This is torture.
So,
Watch me take a bite. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah, he's getting a bite of that jalapeno right now.
Man, my taste tests are a nightmare. They're just a disaster. I do about like 20 takes of my intro and outro.
Ryan's off to bed. Good night, mate.
Hey, Ryan.
See you, Ryan. Thank you, everybody. I don't know what time it is there. It's like way late. Was it 2 in the morning or something?
Yeah, it's late o'clock here. Don't worry about it. Go on as long as you like. But we could.
I love a Cuban sandwich.
Cubanos, they're nice, aren't they? I like Cubano.
Yeah. Oh
yeah. Get a nice Cuban sandwich, some ham, some Swiss, pickles.
Yeah. Pickles, of course, pickles.
And then press it.
Yeah, that's
delicious.
The one.
Absolutely.
So very good.
I saw some channel do one with, and they, in addition to all that, they put salami on it, and I tried that. You should try that.
That sounds good too.
Yeah.
I did a similar one. I did a BMT on my channel, didn't I?
Ooh. You know, it'd be a good idea is like chorizo.
Yeah. Let's see if we can find my BMT one. Let's torture you with BMT.
Can't stand it.
See, I can go on and on about food like till the end of
it.
And like anytime somebody's like, people come to me and are like, hey, what do you think about this? I'm like, oh, that sounds good. What if you did this? They'd be like, ooh, even better.
BMT, big, meaty, and tasty.
There's Richard.
I really went. I went nuts on this. So what we got there? We got smoked baked ham. We got some salami at the other end, and then we got some other sort of ham sausage in the middle, all on a sun-dried tomato ciabatta thing.
Oh,
we got basil, tomato, Maasdam cheese.
And what's that thing in the container? What is that? The red container.
That's strong. It's like a cheese whiz, only a strong cheddar flavored cheese whiz.
Oh.
It's dirty good.
Oh,
good.
It is dirty good.
Yeah.
And that's Maasdam. It's Dutch unpasteurized milk cheese. Yeah, it's nearly nice. It was a dirty sandwich, that one.
That's my kind of food.
I love a good sandwich. Normally, I'll have dinner and then a couple of sandwiches, or depending, I'll either have like a sandwich and like some leftovers from dinner.
Your banh mi is on this playlist, on my sandwiches playlist now. Just put it on it. Just added it while you was away.
I love sandwiches.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a Zivieska sausage. That middle one. That's really nice Polish ham sausage. Gorgeous. Really is gorgeous. Got a light smoke on it. Yeah,
delicious.
It's like a light applewood smoke. It's really good.
The one thing I keep thinking about, and I've seen a couple of people do videos on it lately, is duck. And Patrick did one.
Yeah, I did one. Well, let me tell you this. The very rare time I used to have a little outdoor area in a place I used to live in, I did do a barbecue, and I barbecued a duck over coal. Did them a few times actually, and ended up making a pizza out of it. It's delicious.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Duck's all right until you get the bill. Ta-da! I thought that'd quack you up.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, look at
how
that
gorgeous
bread.
that bread. It's wrong, isn't it? It's just so good.
Bread looks really good.
When I saw that bread, I thought, I've got to make a video. I think I actually saw the bread, and then I went back down to the beginning of the supermarket to get the cold meat for it, because once I saw the bread, I knew what I was doing.
Oh.
I do. I do a bunch of breads, and I've done sun-dried tomato bread. I wonder.
So you don't mess around with butter. You just put the cheese whiz straight onto the, and that's really strong cheddar. That is. It's got quite a strong, mature cheddar taste to it. It's all right. That
extra tasty, eh?
Yeah, it's a bit dirty. That one. Dirty.
Yeah, so you've done some bacon videos, haven't you, Charlie?
It's the premium top of the world. They're gonna run out of superlatives for their cheese brand.
Yeah.
Say if you run out of ideas of things to do, sandwich. Just do a sandwich. It's so easy, isn't it? I mean, to do a great, you just get everything and throw it in sandwich, and it's a great video by default.
True. True.
You're casting about looking for something to do. Yeah.
Very true.
Hey, Laura. Good to see you back.
Oh, Laura's back. Hey, Laura.
Man, I'll tell you, like, one thing I don't like is when people go like overboard and do cooks you won't ever make.
Yeah.
What like a beef Wellington or something?
No, like 4 burger patties and like like with a pound of potato chips in it and cooked with just like these ginormous, like it looks good and it looks like it's like falling off the thing. But
like that absolutely ridiculous burger and things like that. Yeah,
I'm not gonna make it. Like, oh, gosh. I know. Hush.
I'm just thinking you wouldn't make most of what I do then. I mean, it's rubbish.
No. I actually would, because I like doing that stuff. I like.
Why do you see the next one?
You have creative ideas.
that's Dijon mustard on there now. Dijon, that is a great
beautiful.
poupon mustard.
I used to eat Dijon and just bread by itself.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
This is good.
It really is good. Yeah, I can use it just to dip vegetables into. Yeah,
that's got like that amount of spice, and it like just goes through your nose. Yeah, good.
Yeah, that's it. I like that. English mustard's like that. It's very strong.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
You don't have any beetroot on it.
No, that is a mistake. I'm be forever kicking myself now. We got to do a beetroot sandwich challenge, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
Beetroot sandwich challenge, boys. Each
That's
of us do a beetroot sandwich. You're all gonna have to do it.
That's a classic in Australia.
My Ukrainian neighbors grow dill and beets.
There you go.
Well, when they make the borscht, it's that's with beets, isn't it? They make borscht soup with beetroot and
that's all they
and then they serve it with smetana with their sour cream. It's gorgeous. Yeah.
I mean, I do like beets. Fresh beets are good. The problem is like if you get like growing up, I'd always see like beet. I don't know. You guys call it beetroot, whatever. It's a beet.
Yeah, beetroot. Yeah.
Why you add on the extra root then? Because obviously, it's a root.
Because it comes from the old Dutch word for it, which was rootbeet, which means red beet.
Yeah,
that's how we get.
You could have improved from the Dutch. I've worked with Dutch people before, and I improved on their shoddy methods. But beets actually really good if you get it. The thing is, like growing up, like most of the people here, they get it like pickled beets inside a can. And
have you been in Holland? Have you traveled to Holland to Netherlands?
Yeah.
Did you ever do a rice tafel, the Indonesian style rice tafel? It's like a whole table full of small dishes, all different. Apparently, it was a big thing with the Dutch colonials in Indonesia.
No.
And they would have this. They called it rice tafel, but it was normally around about 12 or more dishes, all small dishes. It's like a tapas meal, and then they put it all out, all these different exotic Indonesian dishes.
My experience in Holland was quite different. I was very young at the time.
Yes. Well, they do have some rather exotic psychoactive drugs out there.
Yeah. I had an entirely different experience there.
Yeah. I've had one or two and all.
Although I did see the Van Gogh Museum.
Oh, did you? I went to see that. I went to the Rembrandt Museum, but the Van Gogh Museum was closed the weekend I was there. Van Gogh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they're just wrong. So wrong. Cheddar and chili jam.
Mm.
And they're yellow. These chips are yellow.
Why 2 L's in the chili? That makes no sense. Hey,
yeah, don't know. Just the way they do it.
Why do you pronounce solder?
Because we're We're contrary.
What do you pronounce Colonel?
Colonel. No, we pronounce it Colonel. Lieutenant. We pronounce lieutenant, not lieutenant. Lieutenant.
Yeah, that actually makes sense.
God, look at that. This was before your low carb thing.
I would hope so.
No.
Like, no, I this one.
I was feeling for a BMT that day.
Oh.
A BMT hoagie. I needed it.
Oh, man, that looks good. I will take that any day of the week.
Oh, yeah.
It's a fistful of flesh.
Throw on some. Only thing I would throw on, two things I might throw on. I might throw on some pepperoncinis.
Oh,
or some marinated artichoke hearts.
Oh,
Yeah.
some carciofini. Yeah, carciofini. I love them.
Yeah.
Lovely. Yeah, if I had them, they would have gone into it. That's brother. Yeah.
It's a thing of beauty. A thing of beauty.
Yeah. Sandwich.
I did another sandwich with tongue in it. That non-vegan sandwich that's got pork tongue in it.
Speaking of good sandwiches, have you ever had a muffaletta?
No. Never heard of it.
It's a kind of a New Orleans thing, Louisiana thing. It is so dang good. You would love it. It's got it's got meat, cheese, and then like an olive. It's like a marinated olive topping, marinated olive and peppers and everything else. Oh, good bread. That's phenomenal. I told you I love sandwiches.
Yeah.
Called like sandwich. I don't know, Sandwich Joe or whatever. Who knows?
A good sandwich. A good sandwich.
Yeah, it's lunchtime.
Sliders. You see, all right, you're going to stop nice. More now, boys and girls.
Do you not have any space to actually do barbecuing, Patty?
I don't even have a balcony, Charlie. Nothing. No.
No common space or anything else.
No.
I mean, like if I was trapped there at if you go down to like a public park, do they have like grills down the public park that you can grill on?
Yeah, we've got those. Yeah.
I'd probably go that route.
Cajun injector butter.
Oh.
He's injecting it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, mate.
I did inject this one.
I've got to get me one of those things.
I do sometimes, don't other times. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, for me, like, I'd have to get out there somehow or another, or buy a Weber Go Anywhere, or buy a Weber. When I was in college, I had just a tiny little Weber Joe, like the little itty bitty ones. And I used to barbecue on the back there. I'd take it here, there, or wherever else.
There's a question or a statement. Question from Mark.
Mark, anything where two recipe calls for equal parts meats or rub? What's the point? I'm not sure what the question is.
Okay.
Equal parts meat to rub.
Can you expand on the question for us, Mark?
Unless you guys understand, or measure equal parts meat or rub. Yeah, I don't know. I don't fully understand the question. Sorry, dude. Mark.
So this is going to turn out unbelievable, this.
Or no. But
you just know it, don't you?
Question.
You just
there's
know.
A ton of your videos I haven't seen, Charlie. This is one of them. I've never seen this. I haven't seen this one.
That's probably for the best.
I
highly recommend not watching my videos.
No, you're good. You know what you're doing. You're a lot more. I mean,
tech savvy.
well, the two of you are a lot more very knowledgeable about all sorts of different styles of food and everything. It's not just the one thing. Great knowledge. I have no knowledge.
No,
Well, just keep doing what you're doing, mate. It's good. Don't worry about it. It's good stuff.
I disagree.
Yeah, you probably know more than you think you know, Patrick. Mate. Probably know a lot more than you think you know.
Uh-huh.
If you want to know how much you know, start teaching.
Yeah.
It's a great way to learn as well.
It would be funny.
If you want to learn something properly, teach it.
Here, have a bottle of whiskey and get back to me. Drink this first.
What I mean, aside from goofing around with us, like your day is just getting started. What is your plan for the day?
Well, I want to go. I've got no bread in the bloody house. I want to go and make a sandwich now.
I bet you're starving, aren't you?
Actually, I might go and buy one of those barn me's, or maybe two.
Are you guys ready for the off now, or you want to watch a bit more? You want to carry on?
I definitely want to watch the rest of this.
Yeah, me too.
But there's no rush. We've got the next 5 years, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's 5 years anyway, so
we're just getting started. Well, Charlie, you've probably got 3 or 4 more lives to go on today, have you?
Never knows. I can go for as long as the wind carries my sails.
So
as long as
£4 a rub to £3. Oh, you're saying where the?
I think he's saying overdoing the rubs.
Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah.
Was it £4 rub, £3? No, I mean
you just OD on sodium, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, £4 a rub. It's not exactly £4 a rub. So if you're looking at this video in particular, and this kind of applies, but I'll talk to this video in particular.
So I think he's talking generally, though, really.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I think so.
Pork butt, and pork butt can take rubs big time. A lot of your larger cuts can. If you're doing like a smaller cut, then sure.
Like ribs, yeah.
Use it sparingly, but on a big cut like this, for sure. Like dust it liberally, because it will not. A rub will not actually go into the meat. The only molecule that's small enough to go into the meat is salt. However, you will form a crust on the outside of the meat, which is really good.
Yeah.
And then once you rip it up, so I believe this is like pulled pork. So once you pull apart, like all the rub will actually get inside it.
Yeah, because all the bark gets mixed in with the tender flesh. Yeah, that does look good.
Can you imagine being, a vegan? Honestly, they've got all these products now at the supermarket. You know, the fake meat.
Yeah.
And they don't sell. They end up reducing them in price, and they just chuck them out. No one buys it.
Hi, Brian. Thanks for joining us, mate.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah, no, Mark. So, it's a good question. Use as much rub as you think you want to use. But I'll tell you, for like a big cut like that, so that pork butt is like about probably a 9-pound pork butt. I can't remember how big that was.
Big butt, yeah, it's big.
But it will, yeah, it's a big butt.
That's a big one.
But it shut up. But it will, but it will have that flavor and help build up the bark to some degree. And then
no wonder you're smiling in this one.
inside, depending on whether you want to mix it with sauce or anything else. Sometimes sprinkle sauce over afterwards. So
oh, mate.
This is just
with all
beyond.
that great food, you should be enormous, mate.
Oh, is that? Oh, God. Yeah, no, I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. There are other people who are far ahead of me as far as being awesome channels.
Yeah,
It's a funny one because I think what Pete said earlier, you can't copyright food. The only thing original about your channel is you. I mean, everyone's done cooking, everything's been done before, but it's the way you is the unique part, you know?
Right. No, 100%.
Angostura, that's one. Do you have Angostura bitters? They're Trinidad thing, aren't they? From Trinidad originally. Put some
I don't know.
You know, like you put in a whiskey sour or in a brandy sour. You put Angostura's bitters.
Yeah.
Could try it. I mean, when you cook beer, you are transferring bitterness from the hops into the meat as well. So you can see how that would work.
I don't know. So, I mean, do tell. I've heard about bitters. I don't know exactly what they are.
Angostura.
I mean, I was gonna say I don't drink much, but you know, but like I don't drink hard alcohol, and I don't know like all the ins and outs of bitters and all that stuff.
So that's apple cider vinegar. Some chop.
See, where did you learn how to make that? Where did you learn how to do this, Charlie?
I don't know. What am I doing? Putting together a sauce.
Yeah, where did you learn how to do this? I mean, just the
I mean, like, I mean, basic sauces are like super basic. Like, I don't know. I've known super basic sauces for a long time. Like once again, whether cooking inside or outside. I mean, if you want me to throw together an Asian sauce, what are you going to use? You know exactly what to use, right?
Yeah, Vegemite.
For a super, like, stupid basic.
Wrong. This is like... I kind of like the Carolina barbecue sauce. I like it because it's not so sweet. I don't like sweet stuff. And the Carolina barbecue sauce I really like because it's peppery and vinegary, lovely.
Yeah, I do too.
You're too sweet.
Lovely, look at that.
The funny thing is, like, Carolina is also broken up into different parts, so you get like a certain part that's like more that's like less tomato based, more vinegar based. So it depends. Like
this is like Eastern North Carolina that you're doing now, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah, that's right.
The one you're doing here, it looks like an Eastern North Carolina sauce. Yeah,
that's right.
Just because of the way it's made, right. It's vinegary and not so sweet. Peppers.
Yeah, and then you also get Carolina. You get Carolina mustard sauce as well, and Carolina mustard sauce is a whole different beef.
And it's a barbecue sauce as well, is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's probably about like I mean, you consider like the mother sauces of French cooking, right? There's probably about like 5 or so mother sauces of barbecue throughout the country.
Right.
And then there's variations thereon.
Brian's got questions.
DJ Brian. Yeah, you're gonna buy a smoker. What kind of smoker should you get?
Yeah, we're still at it, Tom.
Hey, what's going on, Tom?
I'll be here for the next 5
minutes. Tom, hush your pie hole. DJ Brian Mohammed. All right, I have a couple of questions off the bat. How many people do you want to cook for? What kind of fuel would you like to use? And what is your budget? I mean, I can tell you like straight out some things, but
what would be a good starter smoker to buy?
I mean, you could smoke on a Weber kettle, which is great all around. You can grill and smoke on it.
Yeah.
So I do like across the board, everyone will recommend that. If you're looking for like an actual smoker, like purely must for that. And you can go down the route of like a Weber Smoky Mountain. You can go
or offset. Or you can go offset.
Yeah. You can go an offset with and you could start cheap on an offset. Get an Oklahoma Joe. Oklahoma Joe has offsets. They also have the you can get into Jerome's. So Oklahoma Joe has a Bronco. You can also go with Gateway. Gateway has Jerome's. Super solid brand. Pellet grills smoke. Just depends on what you're looking for and what your budget is. And how much time you want to spend. I mean, if you're looking at an offset, you're going to spend more time fueling your fire. So we'll take a little bit to fuel your fire. We'll spend more time on that versus pellet smoker. Spend less time on that. I don't know. I'll learn. I'm wearing the same sweatshirt too. 3 years later, it shows you how often I change clothes and buy new clothes. Never.
Me too.
No. Well, I haven't bought any new underwear since COVID started because it's. I just haven't bothered going out. Just get the essentials.
I buy clothes like never. Essentially.
That's it. I buy something and wear it until it falls off.
Yeah, me too. I hate the process. Shopping.
Oh, look at these. Look at that.
Oh, what are we watching now? What is this madness?
Torture, that's what it is.
Oh man, I have another video coming up on like green bean potatoes in the Instant Pot. I hate
look at that.
That's about as cooked as you like them, isn't it, Pete?
This is one of my few Blackstone cooks. DJ Brian Mohammed, feel free to hit me up, ask me questions and stuff. Let me know, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions. I don't mean to dismiss you, but there's many, many ways to go. I actually have I have so many videos in my pipeline that I have not edited yet.
Yeah, didn't you say you had like a dozen or something, or how many was there that you got there?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Never got any.
No,
I've never got any. I've never got any footage. It's only when I come back from a trip when I've got a load of footage in the can, and that's it.
Man, somebody was asking me why I haven't done a Blackstone cook in a while. I think it was Tom actually. Numbskull Tom. Yeah.
Oh no, he's gonna put them on the Blackstone.
I was like,
that's enough for me. Flip it. Now just get crust it crust it and then turn it, and then it's perfect for me. Crust it on both sides, then straight out.
It's good.
Yeah.
I do like the griddle. Working in a restaurant.
How do you like your steaks? Pull the horns off and wipe its ass. Yeah. Gorgeous.
Oh, he used to have an in prop too. I still have that thing, but it's broken.
He's got that crust thing going on here.
I feel. I was like, yeah, but
that's nicely hung steak. You can tell by the sort of slightly yellowy fat on the edges is really nice.
Oh, I'm going mad here. It's unbelievable.
You're going to be out running for that banh mi, aren't you? As soon as you get away from here.
Oh, right. My YouTube channel is Pickles Barbecue.
Oh man, look at this.
Hit me up or whatever. Yeah, that was good. I loved it. Like, so when I do steaks, I am very, very sad if I don't have mushrooms.
Yeah, I like mushrooms. Yeah, I do.
Oh yeah.
Because I think it's the perfect pairing with steak.
It is, isn't it? It just works texture-wise, every-wise, flavor-wise.
If you're lucky and you're smart, then a lot of times you'll get blue cheese as well.
Oh,
which some people don't like.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, I love it. Oh yeah.
Well, we're Marmite stroke Vegemite lovers, so we're gonna like blue cheese.
Oh yeah.
If you like blue cheese, you're gonna like Marmite and Vegemite.
Yeah.
It's the same sort of, like double crack umami flavor. That's what it is. It's like umami crack, isn't it? Vegemite. It is. It's like umami crack.
Yeah.
You go, ah!
Oh yeah, it's a very underrated product for using in all sorts of things, really.
I agree. I mean, it's basically like if you want to use like beef broth or anything else.
Well, it's like vegan beef, isn't it? That's what they call it.
Yeah. Yeast extract and
yeast extracts, vegan beef. Yeah.
It's got that umami and everything else.
Yeah.
The Vegemite factory where they make it all is in Melbourne, and you drive past it and you just get this enormous. It smells unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Incredible.
Oh no, he's going to eat that now. You are.
I like my steak.
Doing it with mushrooms.
I like my steak rare to medium rare.
Charley Pickles, you're a torturer, man.
Tom, I hate you, and you're banned from my channel for life.
Hates blue cheese.
Tom's a good dude.
Bourbon steak.
Stop watching my dang videos. Watch some of Patty's videos or something.
Oh, don't do that. No. This is your interview.
This is your interview, your show, mate.
No, it ain't my show. Well, it's my show, and I nominate Patty.
Let's put one of Patrick's up then.
Oh no, don't.
Yes, because Patty makes me happy.
God. Well, the good thing about this is it'll put me off my food. I can't. I'm like you. Once I upload the video, I never watch it again.
That's why I suggested watching your videos. That would be the reason right there. Look at that. What do we got? Let's say, black bean. Oh, black bean is so dang good.
Oh God.
Knuckle sandwich. Crocodile steak sandwich.
A good one too.
Crocodile sandwich, and make it snappy.
Oh no!
I went into a French bistro and I said to the waitress, I said, "Have you got frog's legs?" And she said, "Oui, monsieur." I said, "Well, hop over the counter and get us a cheese sandwich." Yeah, let's do this one because we know this is wrong. We know this is so wrong that we need to see it.
Oh, these old ones are horrible.
No. Go back. Watch his very first video.
Oh, no.
Yes. Let's go from...
Well, actually, maybe that's a good one because it goes for about 30 seconds or something.
Is it?
Oh,
The first one.
I've
horrible.
I know. I think I've watched it. Sort by date.
Ugh.
By date. Oh yeah. How'd you do that up here?
Yeah, it's like
go from oldest to newest.
I go to. And normally don't do that on my computer.
Roast lamb with secret ingredient.
Oh,
is that
That's the first one?
You can hardly see it. You can hardly see it.
It's all right, mate. We all start somewhere.
Crank up the sound.
Oh, don't. Oh, no. It's horrible.
I don't know. I'm not sure I can.
Watch this.
I'm unsubscribing from you, Charlie. I'll watch you again.
Follow the crowd.
You can't see if I nearly swore then. Oh, God. That was when I still had a working oven, which I don't have anymore.
Don't you?
No, it blew up, and I just left it there. Oh, I've got some toaster oven.
Oh, that's low and slow lamb. Yum.
Imagine my... Wait,
That's
what
a
did you
shoulder of lamb.
It's great lighting, isn't it?
Shoulder's great.
I have no idea, man. Honestly.
You gotta love it.
This was one of those ones where it was like I was going to make it anyway, and I just thought, you know what? I've had enough of this procrastinating. I'll just make a video.
Yeah,
do it. Yeah.
Do it.
Mate, my first video is a cringe fest.
Oh.
No, it's awesome. This is actually way better. You know, like on my first video, like I knew not to film portrait wise, and what did I?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, film portrait wise.
Yeah.
Brian says make some bacon shark. It's a famous dish they eat on the beach at in Trinidad, and it's a fry bake is like a large fried puri bread that they split open and then they stuff it with everything.
What happened? What did you just do? I have watched that video too.
He just sort of
it just sort of ends. I don't know what I did. It just I don't know why. Yeah. Horrendous. I tell you what, if you want to play one, put the one on that I did for Charlie, Pete. Made him a sandwich.
Where's that one? Up near the
it's
top.
Further, yeah, it's a roast chicken. Remember that one, Charlie?
I do.
That roast chicken sandwich, I think it was somewhere.
Okay.
That was a good one because
I
got roast chicken roll. Is that the one?
Yeah. That's probably it. Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen this one.
Yeah.
Already okayed it.
I've seen them all.
I've saved it all to my sandwiches as well, so I've seen this one. Yeah.
I watched all of them.
G'day, folks.
Yeah, this was a good one because I'll tell you what, it did the job, and it was very high carb.
Boom! There we go.
There you go. Pickles.
I've stopped driving the cab. Brian. I'm fed up with it.
You got Rob. You got Craig. You got Dave. You got and
Lady Likeables.
Lady Likeables.
Yeah, I've got a few more now. But they're now
There you
on
go.
my fridge.
There you go, Brian. It's in the comments.
Cost a freaking fortune to send stuff out though, too. other countries, like stickers,
It does. It's crazy.
and it takes forever too, and it takes a long time.
Yeah, I think those stickers of yours took at least 2 months, probably longer, to get to me.
Yeah, I think so.
But that was when we were in the middle of the lockdown, though. Nothing was.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing.
And then I sent stuff to Stephen and Jacqueline, and like that. I think that took like 4 or 5 months.
Jesus, that's ridiculous, isn't it?
And then I don't know if y'all know Jam Timber. He is a cool English guy who lives in Poland. He just kind of like wanders around his property not around, like around his town or whatever else. Walks around with his dog Jimmy. Super, super cool guy. Nice as could be. But I sent him some stickers, and it took an awful long time to get out to Poland. And then he sent me some random Polish spices.
I love Polish food. I do love it.
Man, good Lord, that looks good.
Polish sausage and all that sort of stuff. They do.
Good.
Right.
I prefer continental sausage to British sausage. We put rusk in ours, and I don't like it as much as I like German bratwurst. So I nearly always make my own bratwurst.
Oh, the German food I absolutely love.
It's good.
They love their meat and they love their beer.
Talking about starving to death. Now I'm hungry.
Polish food is good. It's really hearty, really gorgeous. The sausages, if anything, they're better than German sausages. I really love them.
I've never been to Poland before. What's your next video, Patty?
I'm not telling you, Charlie. You're not allowed to watch it.
And then I'm going to make it before you do.
Put it this way, there's a lot of meat in it.
All right.
It's one of those ones that you'd never make.
No, I should.
Well, you might make it. Yeah.
Wow. You know what? Nobody in this house like casserole aside from me. And you know what my casserole is, I don't know, crisps, or as we call them in the civilized world, potato chips. I love that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nothing like a good casserole.
Yeah, I do.
I love one pot cooking and chuck everything in the one pan type stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Bourbon steak.
The Instant Pot. Do you have one?
No.
Oh man, you'd love it.
You're getting one. Half my problem is I don't have this bench space. It's
I don't have the space for one either. I've got half of my stuff on the living room floor now.
Have you?
Yes, I've got crock pots, cooking pots, cast iron. It's all on the living room floor. I've got nowhere to put it. Just
look at that. Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, that was good. That was the best part, actually. The gravy.
That's the money shot right there.
I will say
that's the money shot.
This was a good one.
Look at that stuffing.
Oh yeah,
that stuffing is really special, mate. With all that sausage.
Good Lord! And he was like, "Yeah, nobody's gonna make my food." Yeah, as if ever. Good Lord, is that good?
It does look good, doesn't it?
I had to do it properly. I had to do this one properly.
Never waste good fat.
I don't even care. Like all your improper cooks look phenomenal to me. You always mix up some
look
and it works out like a charm. I think
look at that. I mean, that's not throwing anything away. He's making a perfect gravy from. There's nothing wrong with that, Patrick, mate. That's quality.
Oh no! This I was actually impressed with this one. It was really good because I mean all the flavors in the bird, that stuffing, it just went into the gravy. It's easy. It was good.
Good Lord, that looks good.
Oh yeah. Well, because just before I did this, I was on a live with you, and you were talking about leftover, turkey on a sandwich is delicious, but the gravy you got to have. So I went all out on the gravy.
Yeah, go nuts. Good gravy's worth its weight in gold.
Yeah.
Here's
This is the one. This is the one.
The bread.
That's the one I was on about. Yeah.
Mm.
There you go. Peeling them out.
Oh yeah. No,
Oh mate.
Stuffing I love stuffing.
Oh, so do I.
Is that tater you're putting on there? Tater, isn't it? Yeah.
Mashed spuds. Oh yeah. Plenty of butter.
Oh, look at that.
Oh yeah. It was good.
No, that's dirty good, that is. There's good.
And this is
there's real good, and then there's dirty good.
Yeah.
Skin. Yeah.
Yep.
See, this is what happens. I end up I watch my own videos. I'm just like, yeah, whatever, chat.
Yeah.
And then I watch somebody else's video, and I'm just staring at it.
I watch other people's videos to make me feel completely inadequate.
Oh man, is all good.
I think we've lost the crowd.
All right, now I'm hungry.
Oh, he's going to cut that now. Look.
I was telling Pete before about Craig's channel.
Crunchy.
Some of the stuff he does is unbelievable.
No, Craig is fantastic. Absolutely true.
I might be signed up for him already, but send me a link.
I'll send you a link. Yeah. You'll love his
email.
stuff. He just does some of the most insane sort of stuff. It's great.
It's really.
You never know what he's going to come up with. There you go, mate. I should have mailed one of these sandwiches to you. 2 months later,
half eaten by if anyone smelled it through the wrapping and be like, I'd get a crumb at the end.
That's right.
Oh man, those look good. Less dilly dally, more beer.
I thought you did that deliberately, bastard. Yeah.
No, I didn't actually. The camera fell over.
Good Lord.
Where have you got it mounted? Have you just got it resting on something or mounted or what?
Yeah, it's sort of. It's a bit hard to explain, but it's sometimes, it's very amateurish. I think I've spent like $50 on the whole kit, like a little tripod and a couple of lamps, and that's it.
Sounds about right.
But I'll be getting a new phone at some stage soon and a few other things. So
I'm probably going to get a load of copyright strikes for showing your videos.
I don't think so.
No, I don't know. I thought about that. No, I don't think you would you? Unless I wouldn't it have to come from me? I'd have to.
I think you're okay if you do that.
If I complained about it, I think they'd do something. I don't know. Skips,
it does look good, Longs.
Got me. Third.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, that was a good one.
It was a very, very good one. Man, all your videos are that thing, and somebody mentioned it in a chat before, not this one, but that thing is people lock into you in the first 10, 20 seconds. And if they like your personality, then that's where they start locking in.
I've not seen this.
Watch you. I don't know.
I've not seen this. How did I miss that? Don't let me miss them, Patrick. Give me grief.
Well, it's only this was a good one.
Oh yeah. Papa Texas tribute. That's a good one.
I was going to say something there. Can't remember now. What was I going to say? Damn it! I'm too sober right now. I'm far too sober.
Go get a drink.
I can't. I gotta go out for a little while.
The idea is to flow once the beer starts flowing.
Yeah. Well, I'm very rarely.
No, I'll say like people are attracted to personalities like despite what they cook and despite anything else. And you have like about 10 to 20 seconds to lock them in, given the fact that people are watching TikTok videos that are 30 seconds skipping on the next one.
Yeah.
So your personality needs to shine in the first, couple of few,
Mm-hmm.
and then people will follow, and people will actually. I mean, I really, really wish there were more people saying like, "Hey, I made this, and here's how it went." Or something like that, but otherwise you get the comment like, which I love comments, but otherwise you get a comment like, hey, that looks really good. Definitely want to make it someday. I'm like, all right, let me know if you do. But that interaction between the audience is, I think, really
you can tell the ones that don't really watch
or YouTube.
But that's what I was saying before. It's all about. I mean, if I watch a channel, it's like one of my favorite channels is an Australian guy, and it's just he's not really he cooks. I mean, you could watch him just boil water, and he's entertaining. Yeah, true. It doesn't really matter what he cooks. I don't watch it for his cooking. And some of his stuff's good, but most of the time it's just a laugh. He's a funny guy. I like watching him.
Yeah, true. I mean, I don't know. Like maybe I'm wrong, but one of the weird things about me is like I'll look back on my videos and I'll edit them up and stuff, and I'm like, God, you just sound like you're depressed and tired and bored. And then once I start like talking to people, I get all energized and stuff, and so maybe I'll paste your picture I'll put like a little cardboard cutout on my phone and wrap it down the back of that phone and be like, all right, talking to Patty. Here's what I'd say to Patty. I love
your style. Your style's fantastic. You got that.
I'm going to get a music strike for that.
What are you getting?
Yeah,
but you're not playing
strike.
You're not playing the music. It's silent, isn't it?
There's no music. You're fine.
Is it not coming through? I'm hearing it this end. That's all.
No, you won't. I can't hear anything. Just turn the sound. Yeah, the sound's off.
Yeah, there's no sound on the video.
What about now?
No.
Oh, that's all right. I'm hearing it. It's just that you're not. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
That's muted or whatever.
Yeah, I need to mute it because Patrick's got music, paid for music that I haven't, so I get strikes.
Yeah.
Well, not strikes, but just copyright hits,
Yeah, I got all the free crap.
I love these little lettuce. I use them a lot, these little ones. Really
they're great, aren't they?
Yeah, little gems. They're lovely.
Yeah. I didn't really eat that. That's just a prop salad, just so you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to lose your man cred.
No.
You lose your man cred. Yeah.
No. Patty gets comments all the time like, hey, man, at least you're being healthy. Eating a salad.
Yeah. Salad, yeah. One piece of cress.
Good looking salad, too. I like that, to be honest with you. I like vegetables. I like salads. I said it.
This does actually look dirty good.
It was good. That's an Aldi piece of meat.
Is it?
Yeah, they do like pre-marinated stuff. It's delicious. It's really good.
Yeah. It's pork.
Yeah. Just pork fillet. And it came out really nice. Nothing. You just chuck it in and it's itself.
I was gonna I can't remember whether I left in the comment or not, but I won't buy a lot of times I won't buy pre-marinated stuff. But for some reason with pork, I will sometimes.
Yeah. I very rarely do. Very rarely.
What that is.
If it's a marinade that really catches my eye, like I've never seen before, or or like something crazy like Seville orange and soy sauce marinade, I'll probably buy it and try it. But it would have to be pretty eye catching for me to buy anything marinated. I prefer to do my own.
Hey, what's going on, Ricer?
Dead broke barbecue. That's Ricer, is it? Yep.
Hi, Ricer. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, we're just rambling on, chatting on. We have 3 of the hottest dudes in cooking in YouTube these days, all in one panel.
I got boobs.
Yeah.
You took your bra off again, did you, Pete?
How it's possible? I think Cindy. Oh man, I'm showing my age. I was gonna say Cindy Crawford. I don't know. Whoever the hottest one is. Or
definitely you, Charlie.
Some hot chick.
I always say Claudia Schiffer because I preferred it to Cindy Crawford, but Claudia Schiffer, she was Teutonic catwalk Uber model goddess. Yeah, she played the cards right. She could have me.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
For $1.50.
Yeah, they'll be over 50 now, won't they? Blimey.
I'm just watching my bloody videos going, shut up, will you?
This is exactly why I
time.
Because I do not want to be on the spot. I do not watch my own videos.
Never shuts up. Get off. There you go. The sats are much better. Look at the salad. It's a fake salad. That's plastic.
Yeah.
Lord.
Just there for show.
It's like those, in the Asian places, particularly Japan, in the windows of the restaurants, they have the plastic models of the food.
Yeah. Hong Kong's like that. You've got them, in the window, all these plastic models, or at least they used to back in the day. That's pretty down in the wedge.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Papa Texas is great. I love his channel, and he's just such a nice guy.
Yeah, he's good. I like his stuff.
He's a top fella.
I do want to make going back to duck. I really actually do want to make duck, and I haven't been down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the only place I think I can find around here is there's an Asian store, like a big old grocery store, about 25 minutes out. So that's where I can get duck.
Do it. I'd love to see you do a duck video
On the cheap, and then see if I can't do some on that. So I've been thinking about duck for a long time.
Have you ever used duck fat in cooking?
What's that?
Have you ever cooked with duck fat?
Yeah, I have. Love it.
Oh yeah.
Duck and goose fat. They're the best for roasted taters, without a doubt.
Yeah.
If you get Maris pie potatoes and then parboil them in very salty water, and then toss them until they fluff up on the outside. Yeah. Roll them in goose fat, chuck them in your oven, and then cook them. Oh boy, it makes the best roasties ever.
I'm about to pass out with hunger here.
Yeah.
Rice has said what has he said here? He's talking about duck. He's bought one from Walmart.
Yeah.
Oh, he's bought.
I'll have to go check out Walmart too. I don't think I've seen a duck down at Walmart. I'll have to go check that out.
We've had all the duck jokes, haven't we, so far? We've done all the duck jokes.
Yeah, but you can always say them again, Pete. No one cares.
Duck, duck, goose. I don't know if you guys play it. Duck, duck, goose.
Or maybe if you see a live duck in someone's back garden, you can just grab it. Charlie, you've done it with a chicken.
Grab it up, yeah. Is it a bird? Don't be absurd. Is it a duck? Is it? Well,
There are a ton of rabbits out in the backyard, in the past the backyard and the fence. I was almost thinking about doing that, but I'd have to kill the dang thing.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to eat it living.
Yeah, and then also like I don't know, rabbits carry disease.
Myxomatosis, yeah.
Yeah, we had plagues of them here in Australia. I don't know what they've done about it. Maybe that was, and they all had this myxomatosis. You couldn't eat them. You just had to kill them.
Myxomatosis is what they did about it because it was introduced to kill the rabbits.
Oh, okay, yes.
And then they had to make these. There's a film made called Rabbit Proof Fence, wasn't it? About some Aboriginal girls trying to get home to wherever they went.
That was the
It was about it was a fence designed to keep rabbits out of one territory from another where they were swarming. Yeah.
It's one of the longest fences in the world. It's like hundreds and hundreds, thousands of kilometers long.
Yeah. Blimey.
It's a big country, Australia.
Massive.
Mm.
It is massive. I mean, it's like the distance between between Melbourne and Sydney is like the distance between London and Berlin. It's like quite a distance.
Oh, it's 12 hours in a car. Yeah.
So it's even longer. It's like London to Moscow then.
Yeah. Well, I was in a lot of bands, like rock, heavy metal bands and stuff as a kid. And doing a tour, you've got Adelaide, which is 8 to 9 hours away. You've got Sydney, which is 12 hours. And you couldn't. Western Australia is 3 days in a car. So much traveling. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a massive country, yeah.
Mm.
Trouble is, though, it's full of Vegemite eaters, and that's unforgivable, really.
What are you doing, Charlie? What's the finger?
I want to see some pictures from that era.
Yeah, probably don't have too many. There'd be plenty of them floating around.
Hi, Lisa. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
Lisa.
Anyways, back to the duck. I actually do want to, I don't know. I'll check out Walmart.
You got to do a duck.
The Asian store. And when I go down the Asian store, I pick up the best stuff of all time. They have everything. It is. It's an Asian grocery store, and pork belly, vegetables you don't normally see. I love it. It's so cool. And then duck, fish, like fresh fish, like strange fish, and an entire aisle devoted to soy sauce, and then sesame oils on the other side. I love that. And, I've taken my kids there, and they're like, "Okay, Dad," and we hate you. We're never coming back here again. Because I end up just looking at every single thing.
No worries, Lisa. We're glad you're here. Thanks. Question there from Dead Broke Barbecue.
Well, no one knows where Charlie's from.
It's a mystery.
I'm from everywhere, man. He's from everywhere, man.
I'm from Nottingham, England originally, but I now live in North Wales in the UK.
It ain't bad, Roser.
Yeah, and I'm from Australia. A big island down the bottom of the world.
Are you supposed to show a knife or something? Tell you that's not a knife. This is a knife. Or or throw down a can of Foster's and say, "That's Australian for beer, mate."
$17.
You gotta ruin the attic.
No.
That's
Oh, right.
This is a knife.
That's good. That's a good accent.
You gotta ruin the attic.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
I don't recommend doing that though. If you ever come here,
halfway decent at doing accents. I can't do it anymore.
That wasn't bad.
Nah.
Can you do Pete's accent?
Pete's accent. I don't know. Speak, Pete. What you got?
Hello, mate.
The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain.
Oh, yes.
The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain.
Not bad.
No, it's terrible.
That's better than most Americans do first time. It's very. I would imagine that a Limey accent must be pretty hard to do if you're American, really, because it's.
No, I didn't. I used to be able to do accents all the time. I don't know. The best I got.
If you got talent for it, yeah, that's.
Oi, mate.
Oi, mate.
Oi, mate. You fancy pint? Halfway.
Hi, Malcania. Thanks for joining us.
Apparently, that's crap because he just shut me down.
What's the backpack?
I ain't doing the backpack kid dance.
What is it?
It's dumb. It's the only dance I know. My kids, I don't do well.
Oh, I see.
Plus, I'm wearing my sweatpants and stuff. Have done.
Oh man.
I've done many things on lives that were meaning lives.
We're at 3.5 hours, and I'm getting close to being on my chin strap, boys.
Yes, I've got to go too. Do a bit of work, unfortunately.
That's fine. I figure I might probably start a live after this and just be on live.
I think that what remains to be done now is to thank Charley for being a great guest and great engaging guest, great guy, great fun guy. We're all going to be friends for a long time, I know it. And thanks to Patrick for being in as my backup. Thanks very much, mate. And more importantly, thanks to all of you guys that's watching right now or watching in the future. Thanks for coming along, and we really appreciate it. We need the views, we need the thumbs ups, and we need the comments as well. So thanks for that, and make sure you go across to Charley's channel. Charley's channel is linked in the description below this video. Make sure you go over there, give him some love, watch a few of his videos, make some nice comments, and don't forget to subscribe. And the same for this this digger deviant below me. Go over to Patrick's channel, Paddy Joe Cooking. Make sure you go over to Paddy Joe Cooking. In fact, I will give you a link now for Paddy Joe Cooking channel. It'll be there, and I'll put it in the. I'll put it in the below the. I'll put it in the description as well.
Don't go there. Don't go there. Go to Charley's. Go to Pete's channel. Oh wait, they're already on Pete's channel. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And thanks to Stephen as well for being moderator.
Yeah, thanks ever so much to Steve.
Stephen's a bit new to the moderating thing. He's not used to it yet.
He's good.
He's
good. Pete, I appreciate you inviting me on, and Petty, as always, both you guys are brothers from across the pond, and it has been an absolute pleasure.
Thanks so much, mate.
And it didn't
Awesome.
go epic this time. Not 8.5 hours, but
Oh, next time. Next time.
I'm also going to put this one in the
Yep, Stephen
comments.
Jacqueline.
absolutely. Yeah.
And I'm going to put that in the chat below. I'll put that again in the video details below.
Have to get Stephen on as a guest sometime, Pete.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Fantastic food.
You would love talking about,
Fantastic food.
so much to talk about as far as food goes, that's for sure.
So Stephen's channel's now linked in the description below this video. So if you refresh, you'll be able to see it. You'll need to refresh the video before you see it, of course.
I'll have to go and check out Rice's channel. I don't think I've been to his channel. Definitely check you out.
Okay, Stephen, thank you very, very much for moderating for me, and I hope you can come and moderate for me again at some time in the future. Really appreciate that. All right, guys. So all that's left to do now is say good night to you all, and good night. Good night from me, and good night from them.
Good night, Pete. Good day, Patrick.
It's been a pleasure.
Okay. Cheers now. Bye.
See you later.